And we are live. Hello everyone, good afternoon, good morning, happy time zone wherever you might be. And welcome back to Paradise Killer. I'm Emma and this is part 6 of Paradise Killer, and I'm guessing probably the finale. We're just running down our last leads, vibing with this music. Yeah, that is the correct response. This soundtrack is very good indeed, very chill. Right, before we get into things, a bit of a blanket content warning. I haven't quite finished this, so I don't know everything that's going to happen, but to cover some themes we've got so far, this is a preliminary warning for probably adult language, sexual references, a surprising amount of gore, and discussion of murder. I mean, this is literally going to be a murder trial. Gun and knife violence. And I think that's it. Oh, and, like, mass ritual sacrifice is a whole plot point, so there'll be discussion of that. If you've got a problem... Yeah, content warning for whatever shit it is. If you've got a problem with any of that, that's totally fine. Feel free to take some time away from the stream. You don't need to... You can come back later when you feel up to it, or don't at all. I'll be moving on to another game soon. Yeah. Those of you who were here last time will remember I chased down a bunch of leads and then ran out of leads and had to go and look up hints, and remembered that I'd seen a bunch of safes that I thought, I'll open those later, and then forgot this entirely. So, we did that, and we broke into an underground vault, and we found a new dude who is probably the guy who killed a bunch of the council, maybe not all. And Carmelina's been building interdimensional corridors to teleport through the island. Witness put a demon in a box and got us in the council chambers, and then that's what he set off with the phone number. Stuff's going down, basically, and I need to go. I broke into the marshal barracks and some stuff. That was fun. And yeah, now we need to go, and I think the first one of this is talking to Akiko, but we've just got our last few leads to chase down. And then we are off to actually do the trial. Looking forward to it very much.
Paradise Killer.
Also, this art, I'm a big fan of that Starlight skin, I'm glad I bought it. And here we are. Okay, so looking at our notes. The third Holy Seal, Ice Kwame, Love Balance, Sounds Chiller. I think that's gonna be the next one. Is why did Akiko take prisoners out of the barracks? Also need to talk to Doom Jazz about a couple of things, and need to talk to Crimson about KHX. Which of those is nearest by? Oh, Crimson's just over there. Let's chat to her. Bots already? 1 second. I mean, bots are on point at least, clearly, like... They see my stream goes up and they're right on it. Is this even the right way? I don't think it is. Also, apparently there's a third footbar, but I don't know where it is, so there's that. Yeah, and then Crimson is down here. Okay. There she is, posing like she do.
Crimson Acid.
Let's hang out, Crimson, you're cool. Got time for a chat, Crimson? Why is no one else blessed? The gods work in mysterious ways. Depends on who catches their eye. What do you really want to talk about? You're not here to shoot the breeze about divine blessings. I can see it in your eyes. That shirt is held up by Faith. Yeah, that is, like, goat head aside, the real blessing is just being able to keep this robe on. Can I... Good start. Can I ask you about Isaiah? I was wondering when we'd get to the ex-husband topic. What do you want to know? What's he doing now? I can answer that one. He's hanging out in a bar, drinking whiskey and being ominous with somebody. He's still responsible for the citizen management, abducting, reconditioning, distribution. Is he happy? Sorry if this is a heartbreaker, but he's with Madame Complex now. The garden tender? That's a way to word it. Yeah, like I say, they are all so blasé about, yeah, we abduct thousands of people and sacrifice them to gods. You know. Just cause. The very same. She lost Gregory on the 18th island when he repaired the timeline. A couple of islands later, she had a night out with Isaiah at Bar Knifewood Apart, and the rest is history. But is he happy? Are you asking if he still pines for you? Yeah, let's just be upfront, it's not like she doesn't know. Yes. My name doesn't represent all of me. It took him a few islands to get over you. Anger of what you did, and then deep longing. Buried himself in his work. He got through it. He's on the next island. One of Lydia's first pickups last night. Not a lot for the citizen manager to do once the slaughter's completed. I'm glad he's not a suspect. Time to move on, lady. Understood. Yay, Bing. Our relationship has increased by this awkwardness. Lady, I have something to tell you. Yeah, please do. Do you have something you want to tell the investigator? Yeah, she just said exactly that, LD. Keep up. I told you about the key from KHX. I didn't tell you another part of the story. I've been worried about what's going on, but you need to know. I seduced KHX for my own interest, but someone else asked me to do it as well. Who? Witness. Oh, of course. Why? He wanted the key. I don't know why, but he asked for it. He wanted it modified for remote access. A dongle could be placed in the control panel and then used to remotely access it. It needed a line of sight, though. That amount of data would easily draw packets and signals blocked. Did you give it to him? Yes. Why? He promised to help me. With what? He said he had a plan for the next island that would allow me to keep my freedom and allow me to return to active service. Crimson. I know. I didn't expect it to be this. If this was him. This is the truth. Yes. I've got some work to do. So yeah, that's the key to the second holy seal. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Anything else you can ask? Oh, yeah. Crimson, you got the inside track on demons on the island? You mean Shinji? Let's start with Shinji. He's a little asshole, but he's harmless. You've met him. Why hasn't he been captured? He's weak. He has to choose when and where to physically manifest himself, so he avoided capture. You've not reported him. He's helped me with a few things. He's seen things I haven't. The island's going to end. He's too weak to do anything. So what's the harm? Could he have killed the council? No way. He has limits. He can barely hold physical objects. His weakened astral body conflicts with our reality. What about other demons? On the island? I assume the Marshals got them all after the Henry incident. So you're not aware of any other demons on the island that might have got into the council penthouse last night and redecorated it in a nice shade of witchcraft? What do you know about secret demonology labs? Well, let me tell you. You mean the one in the dead zone, coded to witnesses in Carmeline's blood vials? Good work, lady. I've been in it, but I don't know how it was kept a secret. I think it was an old panic room Carmelina designed into the island. I've never been in there, but I realized Witness was up to something a while back. He managed to keep it a secret from everyone else, but I have ways of finding things out. Why did he start down this dark path? Witness wants to understand why Paradise fails. The fail point is demonic corruption. It rots the island and causes the end of a paradise. I need to find out more. Yes, thank you for the evidence that says he was secretly studying demonology, given we already found his secret demonology bunker. Well, thank you very much, Crimson. May your journey be endless. And may you reach the moon. Okay, so that's another little bit ticked off. Let's just see who's nearest and has an exclamation mark. I can go and Henry both do. Let's head over to the Desolation Cell. The bridge is right here, I might as well walk through. So yeah, at the minute it's looking like practically the only person on the island who isn't involved in this weird conspiracy is the demon who keeps following me around talking about his dick. Way to break stereotypes at least, I guess. Run, 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 run. Yes, apologies if there's a little more background noise on this stream. I have the window open because it is warm, and also I have had to. I'm in a different chair because just before my Saturday night stream, 3 days ago, can't count, one of the wheels just exploded while I was sat there, so I have switched to my older office chair, and it is creaky as hell if I move, so apologies in advance for that if it gets picked up. Hey, Akiko.
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
Sounds fine. Excellent. Excellent. What happened with the prisoners you removed from the barracks prison? It's classified now, aren't it? I disagree. Why were they removed? Investigator, they were being processed before the slaughter ritual. We don't just open the prison gates and let them wander over to the temple. They were removed before the slaughter ritual. What happened to them? They were processed, then returned to their cells. The logs don't show them being returned. You don't have access to the full Marshal network, so you can't prove that. You also don't get to question how I run my army. Well, okay. There is no record of this. Yeah. Know anything about demons on the island? We exterminated them. No, cheat. Okay then. May your knife bright, and may you reach the moon.
Henry Division.
Did you go through the barracks last night? Why are you asking? The only statue of New Knight is in the barracks. Well, I guess I did then. Good investigating. You nailed. Any fucking idea how that happened? what everyone's saying about what you did last night might be wrong. You think? Some excitement, finally. Know anything about demons on the island? Besides me? No. Okay. Well, that wasn't particularly helpful, but thank you anyway, I guess. Let's go see somebody else. I'll fast travel, why not? Hey, Lydia. Let's go. Tell you what, let's go to the graveyard, because I saw One Last Kiss had something to talk about. Probably to do with the whole bit where I have a murder photo of her. And then it's easy to get down because of gravity.
One last kiss.
Question mark, question mark, question mark. Oh, let's hang out. Absolutely. Got time to chat? I have all the time in the world. Until the island ends. Are you worried about blinking out of existence when the island ends? What a wonderful bedside manner, investigator. If you do your job, then I have nothing to worry about. I kill them and be brought to justice. I can be laid to rest. Are you hoping for an afterlife? Heaven, hell, eternal paradise in the cosmos, or an endless suffering in whatever the degenerate hell the gods sent by? It isn't something to worry about. It can't be helped. What if there is no afterlife, and you spend your life hoping there is? What a waste. Do you believe in the afterlife, investigator? Probably not in this weird, nihilistic god world we have. Life is to be lived, not spent waiting. Bravo, investigator. You get it. Isn't it heresy to not work towards heaven with the gods? Just because something is heretical doesn't mean it's wrong. That's heretic talk. Besides, you can do the work of the gods without being burdened by the worry of heaven and hell. Attachment leads to suffering. Trust me, I have a unique perspective on this. Are you a Buddhist? Is that what this is? I'll take that advice on board. Bing. Hey, let's talk demonology. Or not, okay, let's talk evidence. Know anything about demons on the island? I was wondering when you'd encounter them. Them? I've seen a lot of things. Watched a lot of people do a lot of things. Have you heard of rumors? A secret demonology research run by someone that it shouldn't be? Yeah, been there. I've heard them. There's a secret in the dead zone, but there's a problem with that, isn't there? The dead zone's off limits. You need the correct key to get in. You'd be locked. Precisely. What if there was another way in, though? A tunnel, perhaps? What tunnel? LD, you've been in the tunnel several times. Do you like to drink, investigator? A nice wine on a summer's evening at the best bar in town? Stroll afterwards, perhaps, behind the bar, exploring the world. What do you find? Ooh. That's the interesting bit, isn't it? Our dear witness, going where he shouldn't. Anyone else? Mr. Daybreak is a very naughty boy, isn't he? So, deciphering all that, Witness has been using a tunnel behind Sam's bar to get into the dead zone so he can use the secret demonology lab. I am so frustrated with your literal way of talking sometimes. Well, like, this is complicated enough while we talk simply. Like, let's just not live in hints. May you always live in shadow. And may you reach the moon. A little bit insensitive to have a thing that starts with may you always live when you're talking to a literal ghost. Well, So we need to talk to Witness, we have to talk to Jazz. Where's easiest to fall to from her? Let's go this way. Actually, wait, I can use my AI. And the Daybreaks have stuff to say. So it's Yuri, so it's Carmelina, Jazz down there, Witness there. Actually, yeah, the bar's just 250 this way. I mean, I'll probably be defeated by gravity, but in the meantime, parkour. Here's the opulent ziggurat. That's good praise. There's the column of demonic gas I let out of the dead zone to cause a distraction, which I'm sure it'll be fine. Just absolutely, there's the bar. And that's parkour. Hey Sam, just thought I'd drop in.
Sam Daybreak.
Let's hang out, Sam. Fancy a drink? Sure, I have so much blood. You know me. This is my other blend LD, Vortex. I trust neither's okay. This one has a punchier taste. That sure hits you. I don't serve this to many guests. They find it too much. It's harder to appreciate, but you understand, don't you, LD? Do you miss being an assassin? Death doesn't interest me anymore, LD. But it was your calling for so long. Being an assassin hurts too many people. Yeah, that's literally the job. I have a new calling, new craft. Can't you see? Do you miss the Paradise Psycho unit? Every day, being an investigator completes me. That's how I feel, LD. Serving the right drink, change a life. That's better than taking a life, isn't it? If someone didn't take a life, I wouldn't be here having this conversation. Ha, that's true, isn't it? I've enjoyed our conversation, LD. I hope the rest of your investigation proceeds smoothly. Is this our last chat? I'm afraid I need to say goodbye to the bar one last time. So many memories. It's been a pleasure, Sam. Take care, won't you, LD? Always. Max out those relationships. Know anything about demons on the island? There shouldn't be any demons on the island, should there? Okay, that's all we got. May you always live in the shadow, and may you reach the moon. Okay, nothing about the whole tunnel behind your bar conversation, sure. Yeah, we should probably head for Witness. He's probably going to be the most important to talk to now. And where is he? Right in front of the door. Well, guess we're falling. And in conclusion, parkour. This island is hard enough for me to navigate when I haven't, like, been off the game for 3 days. What's this whiskey on top of that bridge? There's a blood crystal underneath the bridge. There's still so much stuff all the time.
Blood crystal obtained.
There's this. The memento of the 5th island sequence. The sin of silence. Our architect, Romeo Silence, is deceived by cosmic deceit. Yeah, that seems like the thing cosmic deceit would do. Lured into treason against us by a god. He's executed, and the Silence family are forbidden from ascending to the council, which is why Carmelina's pissed. Parkour is the new Pachu. Yeah, pretty much. There's a dog? What? Why is there a dog? What? Huh? Talk to Bear Chan? What's a dog doing here? You and me both, LD. What? How am I still discovering spaces I didn't know existed? Your name tag says Bear Chan. Is that your name? Bear Chan. expectant. Are you after treats? Here you go. Enjoy. Good girl. What is happening? The dog gave us blood. A blood crystal? Why do you have a blood crystal? I don't know why I even question the things that happen on these islands anymore. Good girl. Thank you, Bear Jack.
Blood crystal obtained.
That's a pretty good woof you got there. Well, thank you very much. I also didn't know I had it until literally just now. But here we have
Relic
the
obtained.
memento of the 6th island sequence. The United Hope. A great light falls upon the island. Is this a message from an astral god? I must have mementos of like all of the islands now. And I'd know which ones I was missing if it put your keepsakes in a sensible sequence rather than just the order you got them.
Blood crystal obtained.
This seems to be a whole corner of the island that I've never seen. What is going on? How is there so much stuff still? Oh wait, is this
Blood crystal obtained.
the other footbar? Or is this just a swimming pool? This is just a swimming pool. And I never got that whiskey off the bridge. Let's get this whiskey and see a scene. Over on Perfect 25 in the way of Blood Bar. Why do you think there are so many mysteries? Everything creates a mystery. Human, animal, plant, mineral. Everything creates a mystery. It's a byproduct of existing. Not even living, just existing. Everything produces a mystery that we want to solve. Why do we want to solve? Human nature. Most things are ambivalent about mysteries. Rocks create mysteries, but a rock doesn't care about mysteries. Humans are unique. We need mysteries to live. Without mystery, we'd go insane. But a mystery can make you go insane. That's the knife edge we all want. Okay, well, I mean, this game does have a solid handle on the intersection of mystery and insanity, I feel. An Answer Lost whiskey. Aged for 2 years and has a nutty flavour. Often served to celebrate accomplishments, however fleeting they may be. And there's a crystal as well, so... oh, that's connected to the bridge, but that's fine. Does this... okay, the loudspeaker has collision. I don't love that you kind of have to guess what has collision and what doesn't. Okay, now where am I actually going? I wanted to talk to Witness. He's that way. Is there a left turn ahead? I think there is. And there's another... how am I finding more stuff still? Everywhere. Oh. You're right, game. Chugging a bit there for some reason. Oh, recording too. I asked Tanya what she thinks. If she can feel it too. She laughed. She doesn't feel it. I looked into Tanya's past. She seems normal. Seems. There's a crystal over there. And I thought I was about to die there.
Blood crystal obtained.
Shinji is here. How is there so much in this area that I haven't apparently seen? You met that dog in the alleys between the houses? Yeah, just now. All she wants is treats. Treats, treats, treats. You try to have a conversation, nothing, just treats. I think you just discovered what a dog is. Okay, cool, that, yeah, sure.
Crystal attained.
Okay, so I found my way back to the factory. So at least I know vaguely where I am. You know what, screw it, I'm fast travelling. Because the game's just given me a ton of new blood crystals. Just be like, hey Lydia, here's my fare, I got it from a dog. So we want to go to Syndicate Apartments, except that we don't have anything there, so let's go to the gardens. I might as well talk to Yuri while we're here. Hey Yuri! I was about to make another pun about dropping in, but A, I already did that, and B, I hate you.
Yuri Knight.
But hey, having established how I hate you, let's hang out. Got time to chat, Yuri? Can we make this the last time, freak? Have you ever been in love, Yuri? Love doesn't offer anything. Love constrains ambition. It blinds you to your goal. Love can make you understand more about yourself and others. I understand myself and others just fine. Some of us are rulers, the rest are meant to be ruled. The world is very simple, freak. You people confuse yourselves with love and affection. It dulls your senses and stops you from achieving excellence. If you open your heart, you open your mind. Goodbye, freak. Goodbye, Gary. Ding! Relationship increased, I guess. But anyway. Were you outside the council penthouse last night, Yuri? Of course I wasn't, freak. I found pink petals, which I suspect are from your hat, outside the penthouse. I doubt that. So for the record, this is a complete denial? Yes, it is. It won't stand up in court anyway. We'll see. We will, like, directly. Know anything about demons on the island? The marshals killed them all. They should have killed Henry while they were at it. Okay, wow, that's not really what I was asking, but sure. May you see through a million eyes. And may you reach the moon. Alright. That was no help at all, thanks Yuri. I mean, you've largely been no help at all. What with the being responsible for Henry getting possessed and all of that. Anyway, let's use the elevator. Ah yes, so these are the corridors, if you remember from last time. There's an exit here, which is how Carmelina got to the council building while Woodward's making a phone call.
Witness to the end.
Hey, do you want to hang out before I accuse you of everything under the sun? Want to chat, witness? I must warn you that I am not one for long conversations. What else do you remember of the Great Betrayal? I understood what salvation is. I was married to another inhabitant of the palace, a wonderful woman, but she chose heresy over the gods. I do not blame her, it was a troubling time. The whole world changed. Temptation of a new life drove us apart. I refused to abandon our heavenly masters. She chased me throughout the Chaos Palace, determined to take my life. Ezekiel saved me. He found a way out as the palace was attacked. We were free. We had no idea what daylight or time was, but we knew we had to find the remaining believers. We wandered the desert for many days until we met a small caravan of worshippers. We went with them and found the start of the Syndicate. We became obsessed with growing the Syndicate. And now you work only for the gods. The Syndicate's work is holy work. Without the Syndicate, the gods will never rise again. There is a balance, however. Ezekiel saved me, and now I must save the Syndicate. Same. How are you going to save it? Too many of us forgot to adhere to the ways Silent Code taught us. When was the last time you did a full prayer routine? I will evangelize these values on the new island and bring us back into the light. In order for that to happen, you need to do your job, Lady Love Dies. Let's not do social calls until the next island. Understood. Maybe I'll see you on the next island. Maybe. The truth I find about the murder may involve you, witness. A devoted servant like myself has nothing to fear. Okay, but about that. Why did you want Crimson to get the key to the second seal? I didn't. You're lying. I have testimony that you not only asked her to get the key, but that she gave you the key as well. That simply isn't true. I have almost nothing to do with Miss Acid. She's lying to you, Lady Love Dies. You are being played. Have you got the key? I didn't even know the second seal required a key. I don't have it. You're lying. I am not Lady Love Dies. Miss Acid is tricking you. She's turning us against each other. Why? It's your job to find out. I'm more inclined to trust her than you, given that I have pretty solid evidence that you popped a demon box on the council. You asked Crimson to get the key to the second only seal from KJX. No, I am losing my patience. By asking her to do that, and by her account taking the copy from her, you're the prime suspect who went through it. I did nothing of the sort. You're denying all of it, or just going through the seal? All of it. I had nothing to do with Miss Acid's preposterous story, or the second seal. No desire to cooperate at all? I can't cooperate with a fabrication. Know anything about demons on the island? Demons? I don't. They're a blight on our holy work, corrupting our righteous home. The marshals exterminated them all after they came to the island. There shouldn't be any left. I found the hidden monkey you'd been using to study a killer demon. That is nonsense. No, it isn't. It has a blood vial lock coded to yours and Carmelina's blood vials. Care to explain? Don't play games. That's an old panic room that Carmelina installed on the island. I'm not comfortable talking about the times I used to spend with her, but that was our own hideaway for a time. I don't know anything about illegal demonology studying in there. No demonology, just romanceology? What does that mean? I don't know. It sounded better in my head. Relatable. You dialed the number 8332112BS9116RD at midnight last night. That call was to a receiver attached to a lock on a crate which contained a killer demon that had been hidden in the council penthouse. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yes, you do. You unleashed that killer demon. No, I didn't. Someone is trying to frame me. Bollocks. Just in case you really needed it bringing home that this was written by an English crew. May you fly with destroyed Eden. And may you reach them. Cool. That was a talk that didn't produce a great deal of useful stuff. Who else do we need to talk to? The Doctor and Carmelina are both in this direction, so let's head there. And let's see how lost I can get on the way to find Carmelina. So you can do. Oh no. Hey, there you go. That's easy enough. Halt! What do you want, freak? Do we have to do this every time? Just take me to see Carmelina.
Architect Carmelina Silence.
Hey, let's hang out. Me, you, and that dog. Can I ask you something, Architect? What is it? How can you be sure that the next island will be perfect? There are no certainties in architecture and design. Both are nebulous and subjective. We can never be sure that the design of the next island will be perfect. Why are people calling it Perfect 25? The mind always looks for reassurance, something concrete to hold on to. The world is chaotic. People crave respite. We believe we have solved the problem of demonic corruption. The Syndicate seized upon this as a sign of success, a sign of perfection. Do you think it will be perfect? As close as we've come to it. The Syndicate has so many problems to solve with the islands. Our work is always undermined by the threat of demonic corruption. We cannot do our holy work while our home runs around us. Can the Syndicate cope if Perfect 25 fails? It won't fail. Hypothetical. Concentrate on your investigation. Let me worry about perfection. What if I said that there were secret transdimensional corridors crisscrossing the island? I'd say that you spent too long in the scorching sun. So you don't know anything about them? I have no idea what you're talking about. To be clear, you are denying crafting secret corridors and hiding a killer within them. Of course I am. That's totally unbelievable. I think you need a rest, investigator. Crime doesn't rest, so nor do I. See, that line that's exactly as cool as it sounds in your head. Let's see you explain this away in the trials. Explain what? A total fantasy? We'll see. Know anything about demons on the island? Besides the one that resides within the killer? Nothing has been proven yet, he's still an alleged killer. Quiet. The Martians did an exemplary job of wiping the demons out. It was not enough to stop the corruption, though. Can you tell me about the secret panic room experiment? Where did you hear that? He'll talk. I abandoned that a long time ago. It was designed to be a bunker of sorts. My plan was to dot them around the island in case of attack. Syndicate members would hide in them. I've been in your bunker. Why was it coded only to witnesses' blood vial? It embarrasses me to say it, but it was a lover's retreat. I disliked the design as a bunker and brought my plan to it. It sat unused. Spending time there with witness felt illicit, exciting, but things didn't work out. What is this, Riverdale? I haven't been in there in years. So I saw in the logs I pulled from it. So you definitely weren't experimenting on a killer demon. Absolutely not. So what have we got here? We got Carmelina was plotting to kill the council, and Witness was plotting to kill the council, and they just both happened on the same day. I mean, yeah, it's the time it would happen, since when they were meditating to create the new island. But I just find that really... I love conspiracies running into each other, it's really funny. Investigator, can we discuss something of a delicate nature? I mean, you've already said the words lover's retreat, so I think we're at that level. Do you have something you want to tell the investigator? I wasn't truthful. Witness used that bunker for an illegal study of demons. He wanted to find out all we could for the sake of the island. Ever since the beginning of the Syndicate, there has been zero tolerance on demons, and this knowledge frightened him. He trapped a killer demon and experimented on it. I haven't set foot in there for years, since before he started. Where did he get a killer demon? He trapped one, I don't know how. I kept his secret, he still means a lot to me. The killer demon would die when Island 24 ceases to exist. Welcome to Under the Bus. Henry's demon had already done irreparable damage to the island. This one wasn't going to do any more. What about Witness? I put it out of my mind. We fell apart, and each other's matters became private again. So much evidence. Evidence, 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 evidence. And that's all for now. May the silent goat walk with you. And may you reach the moon. Okay. We are making some progress. A conspiracy crafted from the fabric of the island. Did Carmelina's hidden killer commit the crime to end all crimes? Well, no, because from the forensics, some of them were killed by the demon, and then Dynamigati came out behind the council well after they'd shot the demon. And yes, the yacht is down there. Parkour, parkour, parkour. No, no, that was a bad idea. Shouldn't have jumped. Chickened out. Should have just stuck it. Ah, well, here we are. Hello, Doom Jazz. Have you decided where you are from yet?
Dr. Doom Jazz.
What do you know about a photo taken of Grace's throat during your examination? I took photos, but they were confiscated by Akiko, classified or whatever. I found one on the Marshal's server. Can I get your opinion on it? The bruising on the throat was odd. That's because the fingers that did it aren't uniform. A normal strangulation bruise, and you can see areas of pressure, but the fingertips and knuckles. The pressure on these is misaligned. It's normally because the attackers were jewelry. Specifically, in this case, a ring. Wedding ring finger. What about power armor? No, the gauntlets on the Marshal's power armor are gloves with armor plates on top of hands. Who wears a wedding ring? Or wore a wedding ring? This was 10 years ago. So is that the day breaks? Oh, who was it that got married and then broke up, and it was a whole thing they just casually mentioned? Ugh, I cannot remember. Ah, there you go. Carmelina used to wear a wedding ring when she was married to Witness. I forgot they were married. Know anything about demons on the island? What are you talking about, Loved Eyes? Marshals killed them all, didn't they? May the cosmos be a mystery. And may you reach the moon. Okay, things are happening, things are happening, things are happening. I mean, look at these notes. There are so few. But the main thing is, I need to find out what's up with the second seal, and also the story of Isaac Kwame, which I feel like we've already worked out, because, I mean, it's... he had Diana Nagate with Carmelina, and Henry with Green and Vision. So I don't know what else there is to say, but... basically, who's still got exclamation marks? Witness again. Lydia. Carmelina again. Yeah, let's go and ask Carmelina about this whole wedding ring thing. That's not the lift, that's the back door of the clinic. This is the lift. And let's get lost again. Still don't have all the red crests. No. Oh well, like I say, I'm reliably informed that it's just a few blood crystals under there, and I have so many of those. Halt, what do you want? Let me in, do this every time. Yes, we know the drill.
Architect Carmelina Silence.
Well, let's hang out again. Can I ask you something, Architect? I want to give you something, Investigator. An eye? It's the eye of a worshipper of Blood Dancer. It's been preserved, reformatted into a storage device. That's a line. We don't have time to unpack all of that. hang out? Sure, here, have this hard drive I made out of somebody's eye. The Chronicles of Blood Dancer have been imprinted into it. By examining the crevices of the eye, you may learn about the god. Blood Dancer caused multiple planet-wide genocides as he perfected his insane technology. Well, there are always sacrifices for progress, investigator. Huh. I don't know if that's true, Architect. It depends on your priorities, investigator. A life lived purely for others denies your true self. A life lived in balance is a glimpse of potential. A lack of balance hurts others and denies you of valuable experiences. That depends on your definition of valuable. Please, go and enjoy the island, Lady Lovedyes. Through it, you may learn more about yourself. Thank you for your time, Architect.
Relic obtained.
A gift from Carmelina. A preserved eye which has had the Chronicles of the God Blood Dancer recorded to it. Here, have this eye. I turned it into an SSD on which is recorded all the stories of my genocide god. Carmelina, everybody. Architect, when did your marriage with Witness end? Why are you asking? Working on something. I assume you'll cooperate. About 9 years ago. And you wore a wedding ring? Of course. What's this about? Thank you for your help. Just, yeah, cool. Bye. May the silent goat walk with you. And may you reach the moon. It's interesting because I'm pretty sure in Carmelina's file it says she was born under the sign of Blood Dancer, hence which she was referring to it. But LD always gives her the silent goat sign off. It's very. I'll respect everybody else's gods, but yours did a bunch of genocides. So maybe not. Who else wants to talk? Got Lydia, got Witness, got Akiko. I think that's everyone. So Witness is closest, I guess. Parkour! Was about to do parkour and then chickened out. Parkour! Elevator! Okay, let's all forget I ever tried to make that joke.
Witness to the end.
Witness, I have testimony that you were using the secret marker for demonology research. From who? Who do you think? Whatever you think you know, you don't. I always work for our holy masters. This has nothing to do with the murder of the council, though. I found a killer demon inside the council penthouse with the victim's blood all over its claws. You think you're onto something, but you don't know what you're talking about. Then why don't you tell me? If you think you have some wild conspiracy theory, you'll need to prove it in trials. I won't talk further about it. See you in court, Witness. May you fly with destroyed lead. And may you reach them. Alright, that didn't help. So you want to talk to Akiko and Lydia. Did I look in this apartment? I'm just going to double check because not looking in the bar a second time before got me stuck. Yeah, I did. Oops. That's my new replacement for parkour. Is just... Lydia, yeah, yes, I've basically found my way to the room. Yeah. that's no. I thought there was something doing an audio sting there, but I think it's just Lydia is up there. I would feel even more parkour if I could do the occasional flip, but that much mountain seems to not be in there. Unless that's what the third footpath is. Just do front flips to the course.
Video daybreak.
Let's hang out with the bird parliament. Let's go for a drive, LD. How are things with you and Sam? Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Wow, there you go. That's. It doesn't take much for me to just dive into Talking Heads references. That's a good thing, by the way. We're happy together. I'll be happy for you. Glad to hear it. You two always were the perfect couple. Why'd you ask? Not many people experience a relationship burdened with immortality. You have to be thoughtful and considerate. The most important thing is being relaxed. That sounds like you're just describing every relationship. Eternity is a long time. Oh no, that's... Wait, when did we switch to Lydia? Eternity is a long time. Statistically, you're both going to make mistakes and hurt each other. That can't be helped. On the other hand, you have forever to patch it up and make it right. What about you? You looking to get back in the dating game? It's hard when the dating pool is so small. Do a doom jazz. Get some citizen hookups going on. Fresh crop on the next island. Speaking of which, you can always swing by DJ's yacht again. I mean, I can't say it's a long time ago, because I literally did that last episode, so... The thought did cross my mind. Sleeping with a suspect in a mass murder. That's my girl. Hey, if you want... Hey, if you want, just drop me off the judge. I'll just put you down for everything. Perhaps something nice anyway. Sort of giving me a hard time, Nah, I'm messing with the LD. Exile made you grumpy. Now this has been fun. I'll drop you on the beach. Sure. LD, I have something I think we should discuss. Yes, probe. Do you have something you want to tell the investigator? We're tied, right, LD? I can tell you something, right? Everything is on the record, but I'll use some discretion. Me and Sammy didn't kill the council, but we aren't happy. We want out. The council wouldn't let us leave, though. What do you mean? Me and Sammy are done with this life. These small islands, immortality, waking the gods. I want to travel the world. Real world. Sammy wants to make whiskey with any ingredient, not just when dead nebula grows. The monster out in the council said no. Once you're in the syndicate, you're in the syndicate. I'm telling you because other people know and they'll spread the secret. But killing them wouldn't help us. The next leader wouldn't let us get out either. Still, it sounds like a motive, Lydia. You know anything about demons on the island? Not a thing, LD. Didn't the Martians kill them all during the Henry incident? Okay. Well, we got something. May your spectre gaze upon a star. And may you reach the moon. Okay, next thing we'll talk to Akiko. Tell you what, let's fast travel. Let's ride! The Desolation Cell. Akiko did want to say something, yeah. Wasted that whole blood crystal that I got off the god.
Grand Marshal,
Maybe it was when I got off the
14.
ghost. Why did you confiscate the photo of Grace Bloodline's neck from Duke Jazz after the examination? She was murdered by someone possessed by a demon and related to demonic possession. It's classified. Is that standard procedure, or do you Just for evidence that doesn't tie into the official story. Standard procedure. You think you're really smart and clever with your snide insinuation, but you're not. You're wrong. Okay, well that told me nothing. May your light be bright, and may you reach the moon. And now Sam has something to say. What the hell, I've got so many blood crystals, when I suppose I'm fast travelling everywhere. Lydia, take me from this prison and take me to a bar instead. Ideally the one owned by your husband. It would be awkward if it was just a random other bar. This isn't happening right here. Hello Sam, my AR vision told me you had something to say.
Sam Daybreak.
Lydia told me about you guys wanting to leave the city. She told you that? Can't break the bond of friendship, can you? Anything you want to tell me? We're old friends, Sammy. Can you tell we're ready to move on? There's more world out there, isn't there? More to see, more to learn. You mean more whiskey ingredients? You're right, LD. How come you lied to me earlier? It paints us in a bad light. We're not council killers, we just want to explore the world. You understand, right? This doesn't look good, Sam. May you always live in the shadow, and may you reach the moon. Does anyone else want to talk to me? I really hope so, because I don't have to work out what to do now. I have to work out what to do now. So what do we have? I need to find out what the third holy seal is. To do that I need to get to the second. There was an empty blood vial in Sam's chiller with a K on it. But you'd think I'd talk to him about that, but I haven't really got the option. Ice Kawami had 2 birth records with redacted names. I mean, we know what that's about. Second holy seal. Need to get the right sequence to solve the puzzle. Lydia had a message about the obelisks on the beach. There's a corrupted message from witness. The data key to the nightmare computer that controls the obelisks on the beach. So I need to find where that is. Where are the obelisks? They're this way. Hurrah. Hello, Marsh. Just felt like jumping over you. Well, I screwed that up. That was embarrassing. Nobody saw. Fuck off. So. Right, and they said that the computer connected to the obelisks was remote. But the other thing said you needed line of sight. Right? You know, referencing the same thing. So we might be talking up on the roof of the dead zone again? Which I can get to, it'll just take a little time and parkour. Get up here, I think. Oh, come on. Why does this not have a mantle functionality? Dang. Okay, I guess I'll teleport somewhere. Wait, have I opened this computer?
Nightmare computer.
It was this one all along. That I just never. Oh my god. Pyramids. No, not that one. That one. No, not that one. No, wait. Stop pressing buttons. That one and that one. That one. That one. That one and that one. That one. Cosmos. That. And. No. That.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
This nightmare computer controls the obelisks on the beach. There we go! There's an activation command. Activating obelisk star map. Many dots. Done. The answer to the second holy seal is revealed. Go to space. Use the answer. See the cosmos. Fear the cosmos. Lust after the cosmos. Embrace the cosmos. Scream at the cosmos. Put a gun to your head and cry at the cosmos. Okay. I would have expected KHX to massage that text a bit before he released version 1.0. These obelisks hold the secret to getting through the second holy seal. Normally this requires a data key. KHX crafted the obelisks and data encryption. Man of many talents. Inserting the data key handshakes with the computer and allows the user to activate the obelisks. Good job Starlight could break into it. The logs show this was accessed recently by someone else. Yuri. What was he doing here? He connected a key and activated the obelisks. There's something else here as well. A remote key. An unknown device wirelessly connected to the machine, and the key was input remotely 2 days ago. I assume that's to get the demon in there in the first place. Where, though? There would need to be somewhere with line of sight to the device. Whoever remotely accessed it would need to be able to see the obelisk. Somewhere near here we'll have line of sight. Okay, so that's what that's about. Maybe up on the cliff behind me. The obelisk should tell me something at least. Okay, so have I just got the key now? Oh no, I need to press the button. Green, red, purple, blue. It looks like this is showing me a code. The symbols are scholar, bird, snake, bull. I've seen these symbols before when I put on my space helmet. I should go back there and try again. This is possibly the greatest choice I've ever been shown. Yeah, let's return to a forgotten plateau in space now. I'll check out that cliff later, but... These look like the symbols I activated on the beach. If I remember correctly, the pattern was scholar, bird, snake, bull. Scholar, bird, snake, bull. That seems super easy to just like brute force. This is not good security. That's it. I must have unlocked something. This was designed to safeguard against random attempts to crack the code. Shouldn't you right? Did the demon possessing Henry feel its way through? One last kiss with our exorcist. She might be able to help. Wow, every time I think I'm chasing a lead down, they're just going towards this person, going towards this person, going towards this person. Anyway, let's go and see the third holy seal, shall we? Shall we? And locked it. The third holy seal. It looks like a blood lock. Starlight can take a look. A blood lock coded to council blood. So to get through this, you need to have the blood of one of the council members. Or presumably a sample to trick the lock. Whose blood logged in through here? All of the council. I expected. This lock has hardly been used since the start of the island. Only a few instances of logins over the century. Every time the lock's been opened, there was a group. The entire council, no exceptions. Until recently, there have been two anomalies here. There's an unknown blood sample that logged in last night after all the council had entered meditation. This matches the blood I took from Diana Nagate. He was here last night. And he's got council blood because his father was Kiwami. Who else entered the hallowed ground? Henry's blood was used on this lock last night. Does that put him at the scene? No, it's all part of the conspiracy to frame up. Henry's father was Isaac Kiwami, a council member. That gives him the council blood he'd need to open this blood lock. One of the council logged in 2 days ago, stayed for a few minutes and left. Kafka Memory. What was he doing here without the rest of the council? The blood chiller Sam had in his hidden distillery had a blood sample bottle with the letter K on it. Okay, it was a different K. The bottle was scrubbed clean, but it could very well be Kafka Memory's blood. If it was, that means Sam used it 2 days ago to open this blood lock. Was he setting up the crime? I need to check the Duke Jazz. Maybe a sample's missing. Another case file! Oh god. Can I get through the fourth seal from this side? No, this is all the same as last time. Oh, but I can just walk through it. Oh, there I was assuming it was closed. Well, that's fine. Let's take a corridor. I'm not sure where to. So we've got the one to the council building, one to Witness's apartment, one back to Diana down to the vault. Let's head to the council building. Remember when we had so few notes? And now we have tons of notes. Okay, who's nearby? Yuri. We're doing so well cleaning all these crimes up and then we found more crimes. Why did I jump down here? Now I have to climb all the way back up to the guards. Oh no, Yuri's not. Stop talking.
Yuri, no.
Yuri, hello, yes. Yuri, let's rap for a second. Wow, you are 82,000 years old. Rap! You put a key in the nightmare computer connected to the obelisks on the beach and activated it. What are you talking about? You did. I've got the logs. Don't worry, someone else accessed them, but they were more intelligent than you and used a wireless access device. More intelligent? The insects on this island can barely tie their shoelaces, let alone figure out the symbols on the obelisks in space. Well, thanks, Yuri. For what? You just told me about the symbols on the obelisks, which I didn't ask about, and you'd only know about if you used them. Ah, the classic one. Where did you get the key from to access the obelisks? I have no idea what you're talking about, freak. Oh, don't hold out on me, Yuri. I know you know the secret of the second seal. I have nothing else to say. Fine. Do you know anything about the third holy seal? Of course not. They're a mystery. Not wasting time. Okay, I will. May you see through a million eyes anyway. And may you reach the moon. And may I get stuck on the floor. Who's nearby? Witness. Could have just taken the corridor to Witnesses, but hey, here we are. Hi, Witness.
Witness to the end.
Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal? The Holy Seals are kept secret on purpose. Oh, okay, that was all you wanted to talk about. Fly destroyed it, reach the moon, we know that. Okay, tell you what, I want to find... Where are the obelisks at? Oh, no. More alternatively, I can just fall. Blood crystal over here, for some reason I want it desperately. Despite the fact that I have tons of them and it's going to be way more trouble to get than it's worth.
Blood crystal obtained.
Okay, you know, sometimes you just gotta go and get blood. Where's the desolation? So the obelisks are this way. Right. Okay. Shit, she's up there. For some reason like this shit, give the room up. And given the general state of the silence, would anyone be surprised? The most attractive woman on this island has the head of a goat and a rope that doesn't believe in physics. But hi anyway. Are you glad to be back, loved eyes? An investigation to end all investigation. The biggest crime of all. I envy you. I'd love a purpose, a noble cause, a vocation. There's nothing noble about you, Shinji. Hey, I'm not the one that got deceived by a god and nearly let him wipe the cynics out. Watch your mouth. I'm expecting big things from you, loved eyes. Alright. Cool. I don't know why I continue to be surprised when I talk to Shinji and that happens. Lydia, have anything else to say? Yeah, shit, let's check them out here. This is what I get for being like, I'm coming in on the end and there's nothing left to do. And, oh look, there's tons left to do. You find one thing that you were looking for and choke us 5 new questions. And yes, I know that's the nature of a mystery, but hey.
Video daybreak.
Oh, we'd still have a hangout though, let's do that. I can't not hang out with these people. Let's go for a drive, LD. What's good to eat on this island? The deep factory nailed the meat this time, the synthetic meat, that is. Notice how there's now livestock on the island? Deep factory got expanded. All the meat is made from agriculture, bugs. There are huge cabins full of bug breeding and meat growing operations. Does it taste good? Yeah, real good. Yuri always claims it doesn't taste like the real thing, but he's just that type. He's the pickup I dread each time. The amount of bullshit that comes out of his mouth is out of control. He thinks he's a wine connoisseur. Dude, you live on a synthetic island where the grapes are grown underground in a lab. This is high-end stuff. I tried to tell Sammy all about whiskey one time. Sammy renounced violence, but I thought Yuri was about to get an ice cream ride. Sorry, LD. Didn't mean to go off. You drive me crazy. You bet all you want. He's new to me. I'll trust you on this. Yeah, appreciate it. I'll drop you at the beach. Perfect. What's going on with the message Witness sent you with the key for the beach obelisks? What message, LD? The Moon database has a backup of your tablet. There's a message from Witness with a file attached that's the key to using the obelisks. Is that what that was? I got a message and as soon as the mail client opened, it crashed out and the tablet died. The tablet was straight dead after that. Did you take it to get looked at? No, it was a few days ago. We all got new tablets on the next island. But my phone still works, so I can still do my job. That's your statement. Sure is, LD. I don't know about the file or key or whatever it was. Do you know anything about the third Holy Seal? Can't help you, LD. It's all a secret. Yeah, I didn't think so. May you suspect a gaze upon the star. And may you reach the moon. Right, there's the obelisks. So I want to get to the cliff overlooking. Which I should probably start from up there, but hey. Yes, because we already established I can't really climb that. As you can tell by the general forbidding nature. So let's fast travel. Travel to what's Tetrix's workshop and then just kind of bounce our way down the mountain and see what happens. Okay, work. Well, I mean, assuming I'm even looking at the right place. Or not. The other bit where I said assuming I've even got the right place. That was a big assumption. Well, let's just continue to become elevated and see what we can find. Okay, that's the desert. That's the direction we want to be going. This is the optimum ziggurat. This is a hill. And by hill I mean cliff. And by cliff I mean surprisingly navigable. Parkour! Okay, now, where are the obelisks? Obelisks are here. But the computer would run right. Yes, the computer is down there, so we're looking at the cliff overlooking it, which is that one. Which means we've probably gone the wrong way. Probably want to go to the graveyard, but anyway, I'll try. Parkour! No, nothing worked. Can I just climb the cliff? Am I feeling boss? Am I a Skyrim horse? Skyrim horse? No. No Skyrim horse for me. So let's go to the graveyard. Yeah, I'm not fast travel.
Fast travel unlocked.
Ancient texts are less again. Most of these texts were destroyed after the Great Betrayal. Those that still exist in the real world are approved by them. Okay, that's very forceful and weirdly threatening. Thank you. Captions so often are. Okay, take me to the graveyard. Drop me in the corpse hole. I don't know. Now, which way is it? It's a good thing there's a solid draw distance so I can navigate there. Seriously though, where are these obelisks? Yes, that cliff I saw was next to the graveyard. So let's go this way, and this way. There we go, thank you. I don't know if that was a good idea. Ah, yes, no it is. Haha. So there's... That's KHX's workshop with those drag marks, or is it not? No, we're on the wrong side of the island. But that's where the computer is, so I guess just run it down from here? hey, Shinji.
What's going to happen to anyone you find guilty in the trials?
The penalty will be death. The syndicate takes a grave view on the mass murder of the council.
Know what I think? Give a masquerade execution as justice. The death penalty is bloodlust, pure and simple.
Yeah. Why is Shinji so often right? And class oppression.
What?
The people who are generally sentenced to death are of a lower societal class. Helps the elite keep in their place. It's a fair public good.
Do you think the death penalty is right?
You can't rehabilitate the dead.
The Idle Lands help to rehabilitate you.
I'm here working for the syndicate, aren't I?
I'm not sure doing anything to get out of exile is the same as rehabilitation. Peace?
Just this once, I would have loved his exit, instead of exploding, to just be like giving me the finger and jumping backwards off this cliff. There's a sketch of something in the dirt. It's scrubbed out in a hurry. This overlooks the obelisk. Nightmare. Is this a sketch of what the obelisk is revealed? Tire tracks. This cliff overlooks the obelisk, so a nightmare. Lydia is the only one on the island with a car. Looks like this is where the remote access into the obelisk terminal is from. Nice, clear line of sight. Looks like Lydia found a spot up here 2 days ago and accessed the nightmare to the largest secret of the second only seal. Maybe the crime last night was set up in advance. You think? Lydia, Lydia, Lydia. I expected better. Okay, who is to talk to? One last kiss, you are relatively nearby, although I don't know if I can actually get back up there. Parkour? No. But hey, there's a blood crystal there at least.
Blood crystal obtained.
Oh, this looks promising. Yeah. And a blood crystal control.
Blood crystal obtained.
Then this is the ziggurat, so I need to go through it to get to the graveyard. Through the blood. Platform around the skull very carefully. Pull off. Find a save point. Fast travel. Oh, well, I mean, I'm at the bar and Sam has some things to tell me. I think. Mr. Daybreak. I keep wanting to call him Sam Scandal like every time.
Sam Daybreak.
What do you know about the third holy seal, Sam? I don't know a thing. All of the seals are mysteries, aren't they? Know anything about an unauthorized distillery in the Dead Zone? Ah. Yeah, is right. The Dead Zone has an aura. The structure of the island is corrupted there. It gives whiskey a unique taste. Surely the whiskey is tainted as well. It's quite melted, the flavour is there, but the taint is removed. It's clean. You should try some. I know it's illegal, but how many times do you get to have whiskey blended into monocoxo? I needed to know. You understand, right? I found a chiller containing a blood vial at your little distillery. What? What chiller? I love this character pose, so it's really funny to me. Don't test me. Why is the label scratched off? That's not my business, is it? That bottle came from Duke Jazz, didn't it? Doctor, it's for my prescription. Okay, I'd like more elaboration on that, but may always leave the shadow for the original moment. Okay, I should ask Lydia about the things, and I should ask the doctor about that, and probably about the birth records. Yeah, so probably the best place to go next would be Jazz. So that is all of that, and then it's the other way. I can't sort out the So we want to go to the yacht. Drive me to this jetty in your transmitted car in the rain. Hi Doom Jazz, I hope this rain adds drama to our conversation.
Doctor Doom Jazz.
Doc, the third holy seal is a bloodlock coated in Count's blood. Makes sense. Who's got Count's blood? Is this a trick question, Love Dies? Not the council. What if that wasn't true? Are you asking if someone secretly has council blood? That's a stretch, Love Dies. What about you? Do you keep samples of council blood? I do for medical reasons. They're locked down though. Yeah, but your locks are broken. Could someone have taken one? Under high security. Anything suspicious recently? No? Anyone been in your clinic? You should be in there recently. No. Well, I did catch Sam in there. He was just picking up some prescription though. Can you check that the council blood samples are all accounted for? Let me just pull up the inventory on my phone. Sorry, the app's taking ages to load. Huh. That's odd. There's one missing, but the security alarm didn't go off. But it's broken, you know. The sample is missing. Half the memory. There's an anomaly with Kafka's login to the blood log. This is bad, Love Dies. You don't need to tell me. It's but you and or Sam. I had nothing to do with this. A blood sample from your clinic was found on the seal. You found Sam snooping in your clinic. Maybe he took the sample and used it. Well, sure as hell wasn't me. Why don't we know who Henry's father is? What do you mean why wasn't that tracked like every other birth? Yes, the doctor after all. When she gave birth, she said she didn't know who the father was. What about DNA? This came up blank. What, you didn't have DNA? Isn't that concerning? Very. Not a lot I can do though. Why would a DNA test come up blank? We miss someone and don't have them recorded. I don't think it's important, Love Dies. I'm not sure how this relates to the council matter. There's only ever one case. What if someone deliberately kept the birth a secret? Why would they do that? Someone having an affair they shouldn't be? It's a possibility. They need some high-level clearance for that. More access to you. That's quite the accusation, investigator. Do you give Sam blood? Yes, I do. He has a rare condition. You might notice he has no flesh and his skull is bright red. Oh my god, no, didn't notice that at all. Completely passed me by, wow. The council approved letting him have citizen blood that's led in the temple. He developed this condition a few sequences ago. I suspect his body is starting to give out. I think Isaac Kiwami is Henry's father. What? Blood sample match. The only place you could have got a sample of Kiwami's blood is from his grave. Broke into my best friend's grave to get a blood sample. You desecrate the rest of the place as someone I consider a brother. Brother can run around with some conspiracy theory. You're done here. I like you, investigator, and I'll help you with any genuine lines of inquiry you have. I don't tolerate this. Wow. And couple of humans. May reach them out. Okay. That happened. Need to talk to Sam, need to talk to Lydia. This is where I just talked to Sam. Need to Talk to Carmelina, apparently. What's that about? Herbs? An actor? Oh my god, there's so many people. Oh, but some of that would just be your standard line of, do you know anything about the third Holy Seal? No, okay, bye. Let's go and see Lydia and ask about these tire tracks, shall we? Once again, I have the crystals for it. I mean, I'd like to interrogate you just in the car, but technically you can hang out. Which I think is Southeast Gate. No, this is entirely the wrong place. This is where the obelisk computer is. Dang. And Lydia's 300 meters the other way. I want them. Parkour, by which I mean creative falling. I really think they've ever done it on the vocal stings for when you jump, just saying. Especially because, I mean, I understand if they were like, well, this is a game where you don't have to jump that much. But if you don't jump around all the time, traversal is a little bit miserable. So you know. Okay, I'm way up here. Where's Lydia? Lydia. Over there. I just noticed the way I said miserable there. I've been doing Jazz with bad Northern Irish accent for too long, and I was picking up the inflection. Gosh, miserable. I just want to get up. Eric Andrew always let me in. Lydia!
Daybreak.
We have more hangouts we can still do with her. Let's go for a drive, Alfie. Think you could ever go back to the old life? You mean being an assassin? Yes, could be the case. This is all off the record, just chatting. I told you that part of my life is over. Got no taste for it. You miss it. I miss the abstract, ignoring the actual murder part, having the skill to get good atmosphere. Give me a focus. These hands aren't for killing now. Got a long time to think on these islands. It's not worth it. What isn't worth it? Engine lives. What's the point? A life is too important to end early. My line of work is just facilitating another person's ambition. You should be working for yourself, not someone else. What about working for the Syndicate? Has to. Part of something him. A higher calling. We worship our gods and work for their glory. Not the same as a few coins we slip through. What about you? Happy to be working again? Not sure. How come? Syntac's changed. I'm not sure everyone's working for the glory of the gods anymore. Might have a bigger problem than just last night. I'll drop you back to the beach again. This time I brought you something. Is this one of your paintings? Yeah, from one of the beaches. This is amazing. Thanks, Luca. Something to remember your return to paradise by. I get an apartment on the next island. This would none of this is Saudi. I get an apartment on the next island. This would get a hiding place. Appreciate it, LD. Listen, I've enjoyed our drive, but we need to get this thing solved so there is a next island. Get at me if you've got a question about the case, yeah? Will do. Thanks again, Lydia. Relationship max. Painted by Lydia, it captures the beauty of the island's coast. What are your tire tracks doing up on the cliff over the obelisks? Why do you want to know, LD? They hold the secret to the second Holy Seal, and I found tire tracks there. LD, I go all over the island. It's a nice view there. So you didn't go there to access the obelisk? Nope. I mean, I don't know if I should have expected more, but I expect to gaze upon the star. And may you reach the moon. Okay. But our notes are shrinking. Cool. Need to talk to Sam next, probably, about the blood sample. And it does say he has stuff to talk about. Oh yeah, I've still got 18 blood pieces. It's so much. So much blood. Just pockets full of blood. But I will once more make an I open up my wallet that's full of blood reference. Hey, Sam.
Sam Daybreak.
What were you doing in Doom Jazz's clinic, Sam? What do you mean, investigator? Doom Jazz told me he'd seen you sneaking around his clinic. We must all be deliberate with words, mustn't we? The wrong word choice. Dark and true. Cast a false light on conspiracy, can it? I have a prescription I need to get from the doctor. Prescription. After Lydia killed me on the battlefield, my body refused to die. I lived on invisible. I think it suits me, don't you? Do you love that jacket? Unfortunately, it has become quite debilitating. A few sequences ago, I began to require regular blood infusion for the circulatory system I apparently have. I didn't get blood. It's all ethically sourced from Doom Jazz, approved by the council. You say ethically sourced, it's for mass sacrifice of citizens. Every citizen lets blood as part of their worship, and some of that comes my way. Helping the syndicate is helping the gods, right? Oh yeah, no, they give blood as worship as well. But even so, please, check with Doom Jazz. He'll corroborate my story. So if you and Lydia want to get out of the syndicate, what's the plan for sourcing blood? There are a lot of blood banks out there, LD. I'm not gonna start killing them. You didn't happen to break into a secure container and take a vial of council blood, did you? That's not something I would do, is it? Why would I need to do that? It would be if you were trying to breach the Holy Seals. Are you accusing me, LD? We'll see. The blood vial in your chiller has the letter K on the label, where first name. Kafka Memory's blood sample is missing from Doom Jazz's clinic, and you were seen snooping in there. Is there an accusation anywhere in there, LD? Do you know what the Holy Seals are? They're a secret, aren't they? How would I know? One is a blood log. Several days ago, that blood log was opened in Kafka Memory. I'm sure a council member had business in the council building, didn't they? Montserrat decided that the council should only ever enter the penthouse as a group. I think you used that blood sample to gain access to the penthouse. Why would I do that? Are you denying it? Of course I am. I didn't know what the third seal was until just now, did I? I never said it was the third seal. You did, didn't you? No, I was careful not to. Thanks, Sammy. Not looking good for our skeleton man. May you always live in the shadow. And may you reach the moon. Okay, so the last thing is finding out about Iza's birth records. Who would we ask about that? Maybe Crimson? I mean, who did say still has something to say? Crimson, Echo, Henry. Last kiss. I think Carmelina had one. Let's go to Crimson and then to the Desolation cell. See what happens. Like
Blood crystal obtained.
Down here, I think. No, not remotely. No, this is where I found a dog. Oh, hey, Bertrand's back. You've already had treats. Oh. Alright. From this. Not fine. There we go. Little collision boost. Ah, then it's down here, right? Yeah. Where it is super loud. Crimson, first question, how do you deal with noise?
Crimson acid.
Oh, we've got more hangouts. Got time for a chat, Crimson? You still read much, lady? Not a lot to read in the Idle Lands. Let me give you this. One of the citizens we brought onto the island was carrying a few volumes on. It's my new favorite. Just have some manga. Nagoshi's helicopter. A humble designer dreams about flying a helicopter through the city. Looks good. Does he achieve his goal? You need to read it to find out. What did you miss most in exile? A good whiskey. Hard to forget the taste of Sam's drinks. Hard to say goodbye to Sam's blend, right? Sure to take the edge off 3 million days up there. A lot of good times on the old islands. Immortality was a fun thing to experiment with. Endless possibility. People started settling down, though. It didn't end because you got exiled. Is this about me getting married? Hardly. All of the syndicate got boring in one way or another. Montserrat started cracking the whip about building better islands. Akiko got a stick up her ass. Doom Jazz only knows so many tricks. I'm glad you got married and found happiness, but you left me behind. I didn't realize. I thought we were just fooling around. We were. I enjoyed it, but I wanted it to last long. Flirt, flirt, flirt. It's been an eon, but we can pick up where we left off, if only once before this island ends. Don't be a tease, lady. I'm not teasing. Just a one-time thing, right? I'm solving the mass murder of the council after being in exile. I'm not in a place to make long-term life decisions. Works for me. And then we boned the goat lady. I missed you, Crimson. I missed you too, lady. Remember, this was a one-time thing. We keep it business now. Let's see what happens on the next island.
Relic obtained.
Crimson's favourite manga, Nagoshi's Helicopter. It's the story of a mild-mannered designer that dreamed of flying a helicopter. Well, let's buy another skin. The last one was good. I have 19 crystals. Oh, let's buy another one. Small crucible. One school of thought claims that this area of space is the crucible of life. Another school of thought contests that it isn't, but hasn't provided an alternative. A million stars. All those stars look down on us every night. Harrowing, isn't it? What do they want? Why do they want? Neither of those are as good as the last one, honestly. Many things. Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal? I know that it will cost you. Sure. Nice doing business with you. It's bloodlock. I know! How do you know that? I have my way. Someone let it slip. Eyes, Kumar. What made him tell you? That will always be my secret. Who else knows? Who can say? May the gods carry him through the cosmos, but he was easy to manipulate. He had a weakness for women, and
easily gave in to cosmic fear. Who knows who talks to who on this island? Who knows what secret meeting is happening wildwood? Who knows what gets said when someone has the fear of the gods put into them? Well, that narrows it down. Do you know anything about how the council entered the penthouse? If I knew the secrets of the seals, we wouldn't be doing this dance. I don't mean the seals, I mean, how do they go in and out frequently? Are they in there every day? The penthouse is reserved for special business. It takes a lot to get the council in there. Big buildings we hardly ever use. Montserrat loves his concrete. He wanted something large and imposing. Something to reach the heavens without the audacity of Babylon. Why not build it on the mountain if he wants to reach the heavens? The mountain is reserved for holy ground. The temple is carved into it. You don't argue with the high priestess. Anyway, Montserrat decided that the council would only enter the penthouse together. His paranoia was growing unabated. Did you know he always carried a gun? The old Montserrat never used to do that. So it would be weird if I have evidence of a council member entering by themselves 2 days before the murder. If the council member did, they'd be going directly against our leader. Risky move. None of us are privy to everything that happens with the council, so I cannot say for sure. I haven't heard anything about council members disobeying, though. If that's the evidence you've got, something that's definitely suspicious. Got any product that relates to Henry's father? Digging in the past, lady. Is there truth in the mists of time? An investigator investigates. The third holy seal is a bloodlock that requires council blood. I need to know where Henry got that blood from. Henry's father is an odd one, isn't he? The Syndicate control this island. The citizens are monitored like cattle. This slipped through them. I've been trying to find out the answer myself. I don't like unknowns. I haven't got much of it. I do have something to sell. You should be paying me, I know the answer. Nice doing business with you. I've got records of some private financial transactions between Green Integration and Eyes for One. What kind of transactions? Eyes was giving her money, yeah, it's just child support, that's the thing. Henry was born 27 years ago, right? These transactions date back to 27 years, 5 months ago. And I thought you were an investigator. Why would a powerful council member be giving personal money in secretive transactions to a female citizen 5 months before her only child was born? Oh, yeah. Well, welcome to the party. Who could modify birth records on the island? What kind of modification? Redactions. Scrub the identifiers. Jazz is the one that fills in and signs off the birth records. If it was done at the time, it would have been him. Have you got redacted record? Jealous? I'm curious how you have them, and I don't. I poke around in an apartment. Don't be coy. If you want help, tell me more. Eyes for One. Well, there's the link. Him and Doom Jazz are tighter than tight. If Eyes put his dick where he shouldn't have and needs to hide it, Doom Jazz could have helped. Is there a way I can prove he tampered with the records? Not likely. Why did Eyes take his own life? I see your train of thought. You don't know. He jumped from the roof of the HQ. Foul play? No, there were witnesses. Surely you have some suspicion. I think he made some mistakes. Realized how much trouble he was going to be in. I think he had let too many secrets slip and been in too many people. There were only so many indiscretions he could hide. And if you want some free advice, don't talk to Doom Jazz about this. Too late. He owed Eyes his life, and he won't appreciate his pride. I have a job to do. I know it's just advice. May your journey be endless, and may you reach the moon.
No more notes. I have all the info. I am like unto an investigation god. Although, do I still have to go and talk to everyone and find out for sure that they have no more info? Even though I know that they have no more info. Oh, I bet I do. Just to clear everything off. Time to do a bunch of fast traveling. Good thing I've got so much money. Show me a save point. Show me a save point. There'll be one there. I'll just run it now. Yep. Come on, I'll take you work with me here. There's been a lot more stuff than I expected, you may have noticed. But I said we were finishing it today, and by God, we're finishing it today. Hi, I can go, you hate me.
I could go 14.
Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal? I know this Labudge went through it and killed the council. Cool. May your night be bright, may you reach the moon, that's... yeah, all that. Henry.
Division.
Ah, yes, I have something to talk to you there. Did you go through the bloodlock in the council building? What's the one in the armour say? I can go. You killed the council, so you went through the Holy Seal. There you go, then. No memory? Uh-huh. I found your blood on the lock. That puts you at the scene. Then why are you asking me? Do you know anything about your father? What do you think? He wasn't around when I was born. Did your mother know him? I think so. She'd never talk about him. I think she loved him. She was scared of talking about him. Find my father. Henry, do you know the name Eyes One? Never heard of him. Is he my dad? Looks like it. Is he a good man? He took his own life a few years ago. Sorry. Fucking perfect. At least he doesn't know what his son did. Allegedly did. What fucking ever. See, we got some good dialogue and swears. Who else do we need to talk to? Probably should have checked that before I got in the car. Let's say syndicate you and talk to Carmelina. Who is up there? Holt, freak, do this every time, yeah.
Architect Carmelina Silence.
Hi Carmelina, any more computer components made of organs for me? Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal? It's a secret, investigator, built without my knowledge. Okay, cool, good talk. Silent goat, reach the moon. That's the wrong button. There's one last kiss. Just one last kiss. Right. Can't even see Doom Jazz or anything out down there. Okay, so it's just one last kiss now. So back to the save point. Fast travel. Find the save point. There we go.
did I just say? Greg. Do the thing. Hello, one last kiss.
One last kiss.
Anything to say about demonology? No, but I do have a hangout. Got time to chat. I have all the time in the world until the island ends. Is the syndicate worth saving? That's for you to decide. For better or for worse, crying happy. The syndicate was on a straight path. Now the path branches. The truth you believe in will determine the fate of the syndicate. Which branch do you think we should take? Weed out the corruption. The syndicate is no place for paranoia and conspiracy. We have a holy call. We've forgotten that. We are in a position to craft a perfect society. Really? You said there was no such thing as perfection. So I did. The idea of perfection is intoxicating. We always let our guard down and start believing. We kidnap people from the real world and force them to worship our gods, then pressed into service on the island, working in our factories and farms, before being killed in a mass slaughter ritual. Hard to imagine much perfection coming from that. Perhaps we should wipe the slate clean? How do we do that? I have no idea, investigator. But have a thing anyway. Do you know anything about the Third Holy Sin? Who could get through there? A special lock requires an unusual key. Okay, cool, that was not helpful. May always live in shadow, can you reach the moon? Okay, so I have what no one knows. I have looked at all my evidence. I mean, I was told that, like, to be told to go and start the trial when you had everything, which makes me suspect they don't have everything, which is a little worrying. But at the same time, I can't talk to anyone. I've exhausted all the dialogue. A couple of people still have hangouts, maybe that's the thing, but I am not going to hang out and complete them. I'm going to go and start a trial. And I'm going to remember to save first, before it all inevitably goes horribly, horribly wrong. Also, I need to remember where the courthouse is. Okay, so this is the map of the court. It's very loud and shut up. That's the barracks. Yes, I went this way like at the start of the game. The courthouse is just over here. Okay, this is the courthouse. Is there a save point in the courthouse? I can't remember, or is it just outside the courthouse? There it is. So it's time to save. Absolutely.
Game saved.
And now, should we go and shine a light onto the island, spin truthful facts, and probably shoot some people in the head. You know the drill. The investigator. May you our savior as well. Is paradise worth saving? Are you ready to start the trial that will determine the fate of the syndicate? Have you found facts? Crafted a truth? I'm ready to work through this with you, Lady Lovedyes. We shall examine your case files and cast a light upon the shadowy recesses where truth lies. Are you ready to begin the trial, Lady Lovedyes? This is the point of no return. Sure you are happy with your evidence and reasoning? There is no going back. I always like it when a game specifically spells it out, I'll be real. Yeah, well, there might be... Like, if there's anything I've missed like entire things. I've got all the parts of everything I know about. I think I'm good. Let's expose the truth. Are you sure, Lady Lovedyes? This is the point of no return, where we descend to the madness of crime. Okay, now officially you've made your point. The penalty for anyone you convict of any crime will be death, as dictated by syndicate law. Wow. Please be sure.
start the trials and cross the point of no return into the abyss of crime.
It's time to breathe life back into paradise.
I'm overjoyed to hear that. Please wait while I assemble the suspects in the Chamber of Justice. Oh my god. Ah, the aesthetic of this game, I swear. Let me explain how we shall uncover truths and lies. We will hold a trial for each case file locked in Starlight. You will choose which suspect you wish to accuse and present your argument against them. I am an impartial rule of justice. I shall analyze your evidence and determine if you have proven your case. Can you break alibis? Can you put the suspect at the scene? How strong is your case? All that matters is that justice is carried out. I am not interested in speculation and weak prosecutions. I need the truth. We will find the suspect responsible for each crime. The door to truth will open. Anyone found guilty will be executed. This is the crime to end all crimes. Anyone involved cannot be allowed to infect Perfect 25 with their criminality. We will do the execution. The investigation freak will execute justice. Judge, simmer down occasionally. Be confident about who you accuse. Are you clear on how the trials will work? Do you need me to repeat this? No, just... I'm ready to go.
Let's breathe life back into paradise.
Judge? The island is ending. Our home shatters before us.
This farce has gone on for long enough.
Oh my god, this trial is going to be just switching between character voices all over the place, isn't it? I apologize in advance.
It's time to move to the new island, Judge. I am the acting leader. I initiated the shutdown. The prime suspect has been sitting behind bars while the freak runs around the island chasing down false leads. You have until the end of the island to do your trial.
The truth may not be as simple as you believe, Architect.
Doing this for the good of the Syndicate. Perfect 25 is waiting.
You can't do that.
Judge, the clock is ticking. What does this mean for the trials?
We don't have much time, loved eyes. The white smoke of oblivion threatens to consume the truth. You will have one desperate chance to find the truth for each case file. Make it count.
The rest of the Syndicate are in agreement. It's time to move on and execute Henry.
Fuck you! You're overstepping your authority, Architect.
Judge, let's breathe life back into paradise.
Loved eyes, you are authorized to once again wield your service weapon. Take hold of a chamber full of justice. Double meanings. Use it at the end of the trials to execute the guilty. Any involvement in this heinous crime carries the sentence of death.
Judge, this is severe.
This is the crime to end all crimes. Any amount of involvement is a heresy against the gods and an atrocity against the Syndicate. Or do you disagree?
I do not.
Be strong in your accusations, investigator. The penalty for any of these crimes is death.
It's been a while since I executed justice, all in caps for some reason.
The journey into truth and justice begins.
This is nothing like a Steam TV show, but we're not.
Chung chung.
Everyone is here.
Key item obtained.
Loved Eye's gun for executing the guilty. My god, look at that gun. She is a slave to the aesthetic and I'm here for it. You have retrieved your gun. I hope you appreciate how serious your accusation will be. Return to the stand when you are ready to talk.
So I have to work out the suspect for each case file. So the crime to end all crimes, it's looking like witness set off the box, demon killed a bunch of the people, Dino Nagate came in to finish them off. K-Trex is missing, it looks like Yuri killed him. Henry escaped because of the transmitter beaming death screens to him. Although, did we... Although we never really cleared up who that was, which is problematic. Okay. Henry's demonic possession, that's Yuri's fault as well.
who come for Holy Seal Marshals, it's looking like Henry. Like we just threw 3 different murder things at the council at the same time. The second Holy Seal, Lydia. The murder of Grace Bloodlines was Carmelina / Witness, who breached the 4th Holy Seal, probably Witness. The kill of Demon is Witness's fault. The 3rd Seal was Henry and Dominagate and Sam, and unsorted evidence, which, oh, nothing is unsorted anymore. That's good. So, Akiko, you have breached procedure all the time and I've probably been made to execute you. Yuri, you suck. Carmelina, this was all your fault. Same to Witness. Henry, you are... you might have killed those guys. Sorry. Lydia and Sam, I love you, but you were also involved in this. Doom Jazz... You falsified birth records? That's about all I can get you on? Crimson, you might be fine. You just want to go. Investigator, we'll begin the trials. Henry's escape. Henry allegedly escaped during his execution, broke through the prison bars and headed to the council building, murdering the martial guards, converting the Holy Seals, and killing the council before being apprehended at the scene. How did Henry escape? How did the accused killer break out of incarceration? Well, he didn't. He was taken out through the barracks. This is as the report states, or did something else happen? Henry Division is alleged to have escaped the desolation cell and murdered the council. Investigator, peel back the shroud of inscrutability and bring forward the sweet smile of truth. Wow. For somebody who's meant to have no personality and just an avatar of justice in the drama. What is happening? Yeah, because we have... Akiko was lying about her location. Henry saw the statue in the barracks. He didn't go through the Syndicate HQ. There's the bottle framing him for the drinking all the blood. So... yeah, I mean, it's Akiko. Oh, these are some cool new character arts. I mean, Akiko, it literally was you. This is giving me such... I get very nervous about no return decisions, and I shouldn't, because I know most of the story here, but yeah. Wow. I believe this was part of a plan by Akiko. No, not this. The freak is lying. That has to have it. I do have an outside file, it is true. The Grand Marshal broke the primary suspect out of the prison she put him in. Present your evidence. Construct a truth. Okay, present. Akiko's alibi. I can break Akiko's alibi. The truth requires us to examine Akiko's alibi. Akiko went to execute Henry, but alleged that Henry escaped. She claimed she found him outside the council building at 03. I called witnesses as I left the desolation cell to go to the barracks to organize the search for Henry. Can anyone confirm that the Grand Marshal returned to the barracks? The marshals confirmed that she went back to the barracks. However, it is hard to take their word as they're fiercely loyal to you and refuse to give me any physical evidence, also you're probably sleeping with at least some. Did you confirm the phone call? Akiko's phone records are apparently classified and the investigator isn't allowed access to them. Witness confirmed he got a call from Akiko. I took Witness's phone and analysed the records to comms tower. Starlight did some backtracing on the calls and it appears Akiko lied.
call she made to witness wasn't from the Desolation Cell. The comms tower puts her location in the Syndicate HQ, which throws her timeline of events into question and puts her near the scene of the crime. Good tat for Mitchnasa. Mitchnas. What's your language in the House of Justice? She's lying. Her little pocket calculator is wrong. She hasn't checked my phone. The data is incorrect. The witness testified that on the call from Akiko, he couldn't hear the Desolation Cell's distinctive dreadful atmosphere or the ocean. And the ambient sound in this game is really loud, so you'd be able to. That isn't conclusive proof, but it still suggests she wasn't where she claims. The rock and secrecy have been lifted and the truth exposed. The Grand Marshal's alibi has been broken. Present your evidence, construct a truth. The time frame in Akiko's report doesn't match up. There's no way Henry could have got off the Desolation Cell, made it to the Council building, reversed the Holy Seals, and murdered the Council, and be found at 03. Akiko lied. Tachna Dingurak Dunail. Again, I don't speak Romanian. Grand Marshal, respect the civility of the courthouse. You have a proper response. She's making that up. This freak is making me out to be a liar. She's cooked up a little story to frame me. How did Henry cross the island, get through all of the seals, murder the council, and exit the building by 0? Mr. Frost got a demon in him. The demon gave him speed and strength. There's no evidence to suggest that. That's correct, Grand Marshal. Your word here is good enough. You are speculating without any evidence to back it up. Present your evidence and construct a truth. Akiko broke procedure when she went to execute him. She shouldn't have gone by herself. She was either doing something illicit or giving him an opportunity. Ha! Is that the best you've got? I thought you were supposed to be the investigation tree. Speculating with nothing to back it up seems like foreshowing the judge's big hope. She's right. That is speculation and not evidence. Evidence true? Yeah, cool. What was Henry's alibi breaker? Well, I can break Henry's alibi. Lady Love dies. Henry stands accused by everyone except you. Do the facts lie? Do you believe in the official version of events? No. The truth is distorted. The facts are wrong. Henry didn't go to the council building by himself. Fuck yeah, this is getting interesting. Henry remembers almost nothing about last night except seeing New Night. He specifically remembered seeing the goddess. She didn't speak to him, he saw the goddess. The only statue of New Night is in the barracks, and a normal citizen can't know that because the barracks are classified. Henry has been in the barracks though. That's where detainees are processed when they're arrested. The statue is in the main barracks grounds. Prisoners don't go through them. Correct, Akiko? When I was arrested on Island 13, I only ever saw the entrance to the barracks, which connects directly to the underground holding cells. I'm not answering that. It's classified. Grand Marshal, you'll be found in contempt if you refuse to answer. Fine. Arrested individuals are taken through the main gate and directly down to the holding cells. Henry could only have seen New Night if he went through the tunnel that connects the Desolation Cell to the barracks. When he was arrested and taken to the Desolation Cell, he'd have had to go through the main barracks grounds though. That was 10 years ago. He's lost all of his memories from that incident. The only thing that he remembers is New Night, last night. This sounds like a stretch, investigator. The only way to get to the council building from the Desolation Cell in the window of time stated is via the front gate of the HQ. The Nightmare computer logs on the HQ entrance have no record of Henry going through them. I don't believe he went through. If he didn't go through the entrance, this whole case is thrown into disarray. Henry was found with the blood of the victims in his stomach, but I don't think he ingested them himself. So many alibi breakers.
How else did the blood get inside him?
I found this bottle on the rocks below where Henry was found. It had been used to hold blood. Starlight analysed the blood in it and matched the remains to all of the council members.
How did it get there?
There are no fingerprints, but my theory is that someone took council blood from the scene, placed it in a bottle, and forced Henry to ingest it.
Why?
To scapegoat him for the crime. They were rushed or sloppy, and casually discarded the bottle, assuming no one would question the lie.
We can't prove this though.
Demonic sigils that cover Henry's body were found daubed in blood at the scene of the first seal marks.
What of them?
Henry doesn't draw those symbols, there are no records of this occurring, and it's not in line with how the demon inside him behaves. The sigils formed on his skin through the projection of demonic language from the demon inside him. The demon scorched him with its own anger.
Did the demon make him draw them?
No, the demon doesn't micromanage Henry's actions, it just sets him on a path. Henry doesn't speak the demon's language either. I find it unlikely that Henry would perfectly recreate sigils from a language he doesn't speak.
How did they get there then?
Most likely drawn by whoever was trying to frame Henry.
Couldn't he have copied them from his own body?
Only if he had a mirror and the time to do it.
Very well. Excellent work. You have taken the lid off the box containing the truth.
Calm down with your metaphors.
Henry's alibi is broken. Evidence true.
The bars on the prison bridge were supposedly torn open by Henry with his demonic strength. Starlight analysed the bars and found traces of thermite, not demonic residue. Thermite is a military-grade explosive that burns through pretty much anything. I could have faked that part of his escape.
Grand Marshal.
Never trust computers. A little calculator got it wrong. Henry is the monk. What does Starlight know about demons? The freak tried to analyze something that Starlight doesn't recognize, and the closest match is thermite.
Residue sample: 68.7% thermite, 29% barium nitrate, 2% sulfur, 0.3% polybutadiene acrylonitrile. No traces of unknown chemicals found. Thermite is an anti-material weapon that burns at an extremely high temperature. Ashko used it to open the prison bars, making it look like Henry escaped. This is a lie.
Good truth. Please, let us sample some more.
Henry was dosed up with inhibitors. How could he have escaped if he was sedated?
Doctor, was his dosage correct?
Yes, Judge. It has been for the last 10 years.
Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal?
The demon inside him tricked us. It waited for the right moment. The inhibitors had never been right, but we didn't know.
Doctor.
That's quite the claim. I mean that the demon was capable of plotting and fooling us for a decade. There's no medical evidence to suggest this happened. Very convenient that the demon pulled the trick off right at the end of the island. Why not attack sooner?
This isn't hard evidence, but I am taking it into consideration.
That's your lot. I have nothing to present.
You have proven that the official version of events for Akiko and Henry's movements last night are total fantasy. Combined with your evidence, you have created a truth that glitters brilliantly in the light shone by the facts.
Seriously, my dude.
I have considered your truth, ruminated on the implications, soaked in the facts, steeped the leaves of veracity, examined the grains of legitimacy. Oh my word. There is no jury here. I must leave it to the impartial sword of justice within me to stab through the heart of the lies and let the blood of truth flow.
Oh. Is he spilling the tea? Yep, that's what it comes from, is steeping the leaves of veracity. There's your actual derivation. A long wait.
The truth is revealed, the truth is known, the truth proves Akiko guilt. Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal? The harsh light of truth is shone upon your crime, and you will be sentenced to death. You were sworn to protect our beloved Count. You pledged your blade for so long. You were a beacon of purity. Now you will be executed, and the Martians will lose their leader. The island's citizens will never be the same again. Why did you do it?
Said I wouldn't hang for this.
I beg your pardon, Grand Marshal.
This was never part of the plan, you pompous turf.
Who are you talking?
Carmelina, you said this would work. Now I have a gun to my head. If I'm going down for this, so are you. Technically, all we proved is that Henry isn't guilty, yes, but we are pulling the classic murder mystery thing of coming up with a theory for some of it, and then shouting it at your suspects until they confess, which is what is happening. If I'm going down for this, so are you.
The ravings of the guilty lashing out. I have no idea what she's talking about. Tell us everything, Akiko. You have nothing left to lose. You were set up. You can have revenge.
You promised to induct my soldiers into the syndicate if I helped you. Now I'm going to be executed. Just a chin that I had purplest. New evidence. You used me. You weren't careful enough, and now I'm going to die. I faked an escape. I was supposed to deliver him to outside the council with the building. Phone witness report that I'd found him after the council was dead.
Carmelina.
She's lying. She's been found out in her own little scheme, and now she's trying to take innocent people down with her.
I took Henry through the barracks to the council building. The official report is a lie.
Lady Love dies.
Sounds like a conspiracy, Judge.
Open a case file.
Really? More case files?
Judgment has passed. Your facts have become the truth.
Lady Love dies. While you're in here, you do not have access to a phone you have been using to record your progress. Would you like me to save your progress now?
That's nice.
I will save your progress before the next trial begins.
You know what? I'm going to take a second slot. Save rotation. Henry's demonic possession.
Investigator. Starlight had logged Henry's possession a decade ago as a case file related to the murder of the council. Is Starlight being overzealous, or do you believe there is something there that warrants investigation? Was someone else involved in Henry's possession and the demonic invasion that spoke to the island?
Yes, and it was Yuri. Although I don't have that much hard proof, it's annoying. But anyway, it was Yuri. I believe Yuri pushed Henry down the path to possession. I thought you were supposed to be an investigation freak. You've got nothing on me.
Present your evidence, instruct the truth.
Inside a safe in Henry's apartment is one of the forbidden tomes of demonology from the Library of Knowledge. What's that got to do with me?
Which book?
The Grimoire of Megiddo.
A frightful tome. How did a citizen come to obtain one of the restricted texts? Present your evidence, instruct the truth.
Henry told me a stranger supplied him with the tome from the possession. Someone took a shine to him and slipped him a retrieve the text. You think it was me? You're a joke. I had nothing to do with this. I don't consort with citizens.
You'll need better evidence than this. Present your evidence, instruct the truth.
Yuri accessed the vault that contains the books of demonology. I believe Yuri took books on demonology and gave them to Henry, preying on a vulnerable mind and pushing him towards communicating with the gods. The plan was for him to become possessed.
Plan.
The freak wouldn't know a plan if she saw it. She's just making up stories, and you're going along with it. Exile caused her brain to rot. You're letting the freak fool you with lies, speculation, and fiction. The plan will become clear in later case files. There is a conspiracy at play, and I need you to trust me. If I get this wrong, you will reverse the conviction. I'll go back to the idle lands, and you'll walk free. Someone committed the crime to end all crimes, and the path to the truth is unwinding. You cannot go on trust. This is not justice.
Do not dare to lecture me on justice. I am justice incarnate. The court trusts the investigator. Present your evidence, instruct the truth.
I have to present.
I have considered your truth, ruminated. I've done all the things with the tea and the grains, the sword, and the blood. Truth is revealed, truth is known, the truth proves Yuri guilty.
This is unacceptable. Do you know who I am? I have been chosen. I will be on the next council. This freak has taken away my destiny. I will burn the syndicate to the ground. Yuri, be quiet. No, I'm the blessed servant of my goddess. I was destined for greatness. I helped you and now I'm going to die. These are the ravings of someone deceived by a god that's been caught out. Is this true, Yuri? She promised me a seat on the new council and to retrieve enchanted bloom from the real world. Nonsense. Well, I said that in Yuri's voice, didn't I? I have so much potential. I got Henry the books on demonology, sent him down the dark path. The plan needed the island to end. Henry provided me the answer. There you go. Like I say, just shout at people until they confess. It's the classic detective thing. Truth lies within a conspiracy. Do we want to save? Sure, why not?
Getting saved.
I don't know why that sting is really, really funny to me as the intro to a murder trial.
Grace Bloodline was murdered 10 years ago. I presided over the trial. I saw the sun's light cast shadows from the terror and leave only truth visible.
You didn't have me on the island 10 years ago.
Do those terrible events from a decade ago have a link to the tragedy of last night?
I investigated it at the behest of One Last Kiss.
Who is One Last Kiss?
The ghost of Grace Bloodlines. She's on the island.
A ghost of a murder victim 10 years ago is on the island.
Is that so hard to believe, Judge?
Can you prove you are who you say you are?
Wanted, complex, present, everything's hand-like. Confirmation. Grace Bloodline's unique blood code. One Last Kiss asked me to find her resting spot. I unlocked her blood vial and she confirmed the code independently. It's so nice to see everyone again.
What do you have to do with the murder last night?
I was murdered 10 years ago, allegedly by Henry, who everyone killed and believes the council murderer. It makes you think, doesn't it? What if the two are linked? Only ever one case. One Last Kiss asked me to investigate her murder. She believes there's more to it than the initial version of events.
Do you suspect her?
Do I suspect her? No? No, I believe she's a victim in all. Well done, investigator. You've seen the truth, clearly.
Paradise gets even more bizarre. Truth, the trials continue. Lady Love dies, drive us along the highway of truth.
Verb the noun of truth. So, Akiko left the room to check on Carmelina. And it's not... I mean, that would suggest that it's witness, but I don't have any hard evidence on him. But if we're talking whose fault is it, ultimately it's Carmelina, because we have evidence that... Yeah. I believe Carmelina was the architect of her murder. Yeah, there you go. It's not about necessarily who did it. This is nonsense. You have no evidence.
Present your evidence in front of truth.
When Henry was arrested, Grace was meeting with Carmelina. Carmelina requested to accompany Grace on the exit. This is unusual, as it would place Carmelina in an unnecessary amount of danger.
It may be unusual, but it doesn't prove she is the perpetrator.
Of course it doesn't. The investigator is trying to prove a fantasy. It may have placed me in danger, but the pursuit of knowledge sometimes requires risk.
Evidence, Ruth.
While Grace and Carmelina were en route to Henry, Carmelina sent a message to Akiko. She instructed her to leave Henry and Grace alone together. This message was intercepted before it was scrubbed from the server. Carmelina forgot to use encryption.
Architect.
I have no recollection of this. Sounds like a fabrication. I found a photo of Grace's body that had been excluded from the report. It was hidden on the barracks server. It showed the strangle mark on Grace's neck. Jazz took a look at it and suggested that they were done by someone with a wedding ring. Carmelina wore a wedding ring at the time when Grace was killed. I suspect that Carmelina killed Grace when Henry didn't step up to do it for her. This is tenuous, isn't it? Anything could have caused that mark, couldn't it?
Doctor.
It is my firm opinion this was done by a wedding ring finger. Bruising contained very detailed information.
I always need a few sentences to bed into his accent.
Preposterous. The doctor would say anything to a pretty face. Back off, Architect. Leader. We'll see about that.
Why would Architect Carmelina have killed Grace?
Yuri gave Henry demonology books. Henry was being set up to end the island and possibly be scapegoated for the murder of the council. The dead exorcist means that the demon and Henry would still be around and useful when it came time to pin the blame on someone for last night. And why wouldn't you have more than one exorcist is the real question, and demons are a thing you deal with regularly. When Henry didn't kill Grace Bloodlines, Akiko stepped in and framed Henry, giving him a history of murder.
Sounds like a conspiracy investigator.
I believe so, Judge. I'm making this point.
Very well.
Absolutely not. This is a farce.
Hold your tongue in the halls of justice. Evidence truth. You have presented a veritable treasure trove of facts. And tea, grain, sword and blood. Long beat, truth is revealed. Carmelina's guilty. Fool. Grace Bloodline was murdered by the hand of the architect.
So this is the truth. Thank you for your work, investigator. What? How dare you? This is nonsense. This trial is over. Henry will be executed and frequently sent back to the island.
This is my courtroom. I am justice incarnate. You do not have the authority to end the trials. You have been found guilty. You will receive your punishment. The trials continue.
Drop save.
Getting saved.
Who killed the Holy Seal Marshals?
Last night, the talent hand of death reached out to the first Holy Seal guards. They were butchered at their post. Who snatched the life from? Was it the accused, or is there another truth skulking on the periphery of our knowledge? They were elite marshals, gave their lives guarding our beloved council. How were they killed? Why?
I will show you the truth.
Investigator, please review your case file and confirm who you wish to accuse.
Okay, this is the interesting one, because Akiko was involved in switching out the marshals for 2 convicts. Her sword is nicked, which is what you want, and the combat knife Henry had is not. But it's really looking like it might have been Lydia. It's really looking like Lydia. I am so sorry, my girl. Ah, this feels so heavy. Why do I care about these characters so much? I'm pretty sure they're all conspirators to murder, and also they do regular mass ritual slaughter. The fairy woman is key to this crime.
Are you kidding me, LD? I had nothing to do with the dead guards. Speaking of accents, I always need a moment to bed into.
Present your evidence in front of truth.
I found tire marks from Lydia's car on the roof of the council. LD, that's circumstantial. I know I was up there and shouldn't have been, but I was just watching the sunset, like we used to. You remember the old days, right?
I need more truth. More truth. Do you have anything else?
Well, yes. I found repelling gear on the roof.
And what truth is this?
Let's be snide. Is abseiling around crime scenes one of your hobbies, Lydia? Don't try and be funny, LD.
Do you have anything else? Present your evidence in front of truth.
There's a maintenance hatch on the side of the council building near the tire fence. From the roof, someone could have gained access to it. Oh, come on, LD.
Do you have anything to back this accusation up?
The grate had been damaged when it was opened. A thin tool had been used to remove the anti-tamper seal and open it. Lydia's combat knife was found directly below the grate at the scene. The blade showed signs of damage, probably from forcing open the grate. Gaining access to the council building from the grate would get you in behind the marshals, allowing for a surprise attack. Don't use my past in this. I didn't kill them, LD.
Why? If she is already in the building, why does she need to kill the guards?
So we can bring other people. Everybody did it. Orient Express. I think she breached the seals 2 days ago. I don't think Lydia did kill the guards. She's involved with the council murder. But that crime was set up in advance by Lydia. We'll cover this in a later trial, but there were drag marks around the grate. Something had been dragged through the grate and into the building.
Do you have any evidence for this?
For another case file. For now, I am accusing Lydia of breaching the first seal.
An unusual truth. How delicious. Do you have anything else?
I can break Lydia's alibi.
Tell me about Lydia and Sam's alibi.
Lydia told me she was at the Paradise Gate with Sam. They started the warm-up sequence and were waiting there while the murder happened. The nightmare computer logs on the gate confirm this. The warm-up sequence was started at 23:57.
You got anything that contradicts this?
As it happens, an alibi for last night is irrelevant. The crimes began a number of days ago.
What do you mean?
I found evidence which suggests that the Daybreaks were involved with this crime. Their involvement did not occur last night. They breached the Holy Seals to sow the seeds of crime 2 days ago. Oh my god, the metaphor they're catching. This crime was not one of opportunity. An opportunity was crafted and required prior planning. All evidence I present against them must be taken in this context. Whatever happened last night had the groundwork laid by the Daybreaks 2 days ago.
What is this evidence?
Trust me, Judge, when we get to it, we'll cover it. The truth is a meal. All ingredients need to be present.
I wouldn't do this for anybody else. There is a reason I called the investigation freak out of exile. The court trusts you.
What the hell? This isn't right. Come on, LD. After all this time, how can you suspect us? We were waiting to leave Paradise. This is a joke, LD. You've taken some facts and made a lie, not a truth. You've twisted the world into a new image. You're wrong, LD.
Do not question my decision when you are within the domain of justice. We have stopped at the highway service station of truth.
I mean...
Lydia and Sam's alibi is broken.
Anything else? No.
Good work, Love Dies. I have considered your truth, all of that. Sword, blood, truth. Lydia's guilty. You have been a faithful and devoted member of our glorious syndicate for so long. Why would you turn your back on us now? The penalty for this crime is death. You will be executed by a bullet of justice from the gun of truth. This is the end of your eternal road trip, Lydia. Why?
God damn it, LD. I'm dead, right? Damn it all to hell. Punishment is execution. Tell me everything, Lydia.
It wasn't supposed to work out this way. This was designed to be unsolvable. I never thought you'd be brought back. I helped so I could leave these islands behind. I don't care about Perfect 25. Help who? Witness. He said if I helped, I could leave the syndicate. A holy man like me, a foul accusation by a sinner. Help with what? Deliver a cargo. I don't know what it was. Heavy as hell, though. Almost cracked the axle. I had to get it. I just had to get it into the council building a couple of days ago. Was it a box with a demon in it? How come you left so much evidence at the scene? Not very master assassin of you. I got spooked. I completed the job, but on the way out I felt someone near me. Couldn't see who it was, but I didn't like it. I assumed no one would notice the breach since the island was about to end, so I got the hell out. What was the cargo? No, I didn't. I didn't ask questions. I just got it inside the council building. It was a black security crate. Yep, that's the demon box. What about the other seals? God damn it. Yeah, those two. I assume Sam helped you. No, LD. It was just me. I really doubt that. You were going to leave the syndicate by yourself? That's very strong art. It's okay, Lydia. I can't live here without you, can I? If you're guilty, I'm guilty, and I. We promised each other too much, didn't we? That can't be for nothing, can it? We work together for witness. If Lydia's gonna die, I want to go with her. Heaven sounds better than an island without her, doesn't it? Yes, Lydia and Sam, they have been used by this conspiracy, and it's almost like the system whereby we kill everybody as convicted of literally any crime is bad. It's 2 days ago, LD. I don't know what the hell happened in that building last night, but we were in there 2 days ago. We followed Winston's plan and opened all the seals. We took a crate through and hid it in the penthouse. Tripart cosmogony? How do you mean? The crime to end all crimes set up 2 days ago. We have a conspiracy, Loved Eyes. You've noticed. There is no conspiracy. The guilty are trying to take me down with them, jealous of my righteousness in the face of their heresy. Oh, right, as in heaven, island, and hell, yeah. That's a cosmology, not a cosmogony. That's a different thing. Pet. That's a bag of crap. You promised me and Sammy that we'd be able to leave the syndicate if we helped. We knew we should. We knew whatever you were planning would be an atrocity. We've been here too long. There are only so many millennia that could be endured, aren't there? The world needs to be seen. Islands kill the mind, don't they? The truth becomes clearer.
Lydia didn't kill the marshals. Who did? The truth is so clouded. We need another accusation.
No, the new island is waiting and this one is dying. I am the leader and will humour this for only a little longer. I'd love to see someone write a paper on what you can introduce in the belief system. Yeah, but, like, people's belief systems are going to be weird if literal gods turn up and there's a couple dozen of them and they're, like, giant goats and crying skull people and they do a lot of genocide and there's war and, yeah. I imagine that would cause people's beliefs to do things. Move on.
Witnesses conspiracy.
More case files. I don't feel good about this. Because I don't think she killed them. But she did breach all the other seals. I feel bad.
Lady Love.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's drop a save.
Game saved.
I mean, like, the side saves I'm taking are purely going to be for my own thing. I'm not going to be, like, playing multiple routes of this on stream. This is what you're getting. Even the gods of this universe seem to believe they're subject to a singular morality with the afterlife depending on it. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Our craftsman KHX is missing. Was he the victim of a craftsman tragedy? He disappeared a number of days ago. Strange for a syndicate member, but suspicious because he crafted the second holy seal. Did someone try to obtain the secret from him? Investigator, do you know what happened to KHX?
He is dead, lying on the rocks on the coast of the island.
Dead. The fangs of death grip this island so tightly.
Oh, yeah. That's drama.
How could this happen? Investigator, please review your case file.
You confused the thing. Yeah, I don't think Crimson did it because she was having sex with KHX and using that to get to the second holy seal, but I don't think she killed him. The fact that Yuri's ring was in his hand, Yuri had executively shut down the boat rides. Yeah. I believe Yuri is behind the disappearance. Want to save me some trouble here and cooperate, Yuri? I'm not going down without a fight, freak. You need to prove it.
Is that your evidence of such truth?
KHX's dead body was clutching Yuri's ring.
How do you know it belongs to Yuri?
Lydia confirmed that Yuri had apparently lost it. In this case, he'd lost it in the hand of a murder victim. KHX had it in a death grip. I believe he pulled it off in the struggle when he knew he was going to die. He held on to it in death to give us a clue. Someone is trying to frame me. They stole my ring and planted it at the sea.
Is there any evidence that the ring had been planted?
No. The fist was gripping it tightly. If it had been planted, it would have had to be done before rigor mortis set in. You people are out of your minds. This wasn't me. There are drag marks leading away from KHX's workshop. I believe Yuri killed him to get the key to the second seal and tried to hide his body. Those could have come from anywhere. This is a farce. Yuri shut down the boat rides around the island on the same day that KHX went missing. Yuri picked a bad place to dump the body and used to make sure it wouldn't be found.
Yuri.
Shutting down the boats is one of my duties. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Why do it early? Who cares about the boats? They're only there for citizens to try and block out the mundanity of their existence for a few minutes.
And, like, this is one way if I'm wrong. I don't care because I would quite cheerfully put a cap in Yuri for no reason at all.
I shut them down early. So what? I was just getting work done. That's your lot.
Truth shines like a moon on a cloudless night.
Was this part of your orders as well, Yuri? Fine. I got the key for the second seal for her. KHX was an unfortunate casualty. There we go. See, it's so easy when they just confess on you. This is the ravings of someone deceived by a god that's been caught out. You said that line already. We'll get to you later. And you got it by force? It wasn't supposed to be like that. I offered him a council seat and hoped he'd turn. We fought, and I smashed him with a tool he had lying around. How did you get the key from him? His laptop was unlocked. It wasn't hard to find. He copied the file, dumped his body, left. Nonsense.
Evidence that your truth done the thing.
T. Rumination.
Sword.
Heart.
Stab. Truth revealed. Yuri's guilty of this too. Sweet.
Save. This is some
Getting
proper good
saved.
80s chillwave synth music to do your murder trial to.
The second holy seal.
Lady Love dies. What is the second holy seal and how was it breached? Take us for a holiday to the land of truth.
Let us sip cocktails and facts on the beach of justice. Judge, my dude, calm down. help of KHX, the Council constructed a puzzle-based monument system on a plateau on a desolate planet outside of our solar system, and when you say it like that, it sounds weird. The door in the Council building acts as a portal to this antique part of space. The obelisks on the beach provide the solution to the puzzle and are activated using KHX's key.
Or Starlight.
The key carries a protocol which handshakes with the obelisk nightmare. Starlight can crack it.
We already have a confession. Lydia and Sam breached the seals. Is that the whole truth? Or does another truth lurk here?
Well, it was Yuri as well, wasn't it? There is more truth to find. Well, it wasn't Henry, that was damn sure. I mean... Lydia definitely did this 2 days ago. But also Yuri went through there that night. Because the Comet Blackout would have been when he was on a different planet. And he knew about the obelisks. If I talked about popping a cab in Yuri, I'm gonna do that. Oh wow, has my bitrate just completely tanked for anyone else? I can only apologise if it has. Don't know if it's just my preview's gone all weird, but... No? Everything still looks fine for everybody else? Excellent, that's just my preview. I believe Yuri had a plan to get through the seal. I thought you were supposed to be an investigation feed, kind of, not me.
Yuri was found guilty of KHX's murder and KHX creating the second seal, but I need more than that. Do you have any evidence we can go through the second seal? Better evidence.
The nightmare computer attached to the obelisks shows that Yuri accessed it. That means he knows the secret of the second holy seal and had the data from KHX. That doesn't prove anything, freak. Doesn't mean I went through the seal.
Right. Present your evidence.
Yuri slipped up under questioning and admitted to knowing the details on the second seal, something he'd only know if he went through the seal. Just using the obelisk doesn't mean you would know what's on the other side of the door in the council. You would have to step through to find out.
That doesn't prove he was in there last night. It doesn't prove that he used the key. Someone could have told him what the inside of the second seal looks like.
The council have to traverse the plateau in space and use astronaut helmets to do so. Sorry. One had been discarded outside the entrance to the second seal. The same pink petals that Yuri wears in his hat were found in the same spot. Is this a joke? Petals? Is that all you've got, freak? No. I can break Yuri's alibi.
Tell me about Yuri's alibi.
He claims he was in the celebrated gardens directing the program. The architect said she saw him earlier in the evening as he left to perform his duties.
Do you have anything that contradicts this?
Lydia told me that Yuri was unreachable for a period of time around the time of the murder. Yuri claims that's a byproduct of the burst from the reality novel.
There have been instances of that.
At the precise time when the entire council were murdered.
A troubling coincidence that points to a truth.
Coincidence proves nothing. It doesn't have to. All I have to show is that there's a gap in your alibi. Gaps breed possibility, and there's a possibility that you weren't where you say you were. Your alibi relies on an unprovable coincidence. There were no other reports of communications blackouts. Past occurrences of them are extremely rare.
Court agrees. Yuri Knight's alibi is broken.
And that's your lot. And ruminating and tea. Sword. Truth revealed. Yuri's guilty of this too.
Was this part of your orders, Yuri? Does this have anything to do with Carmelina's child?
What child?
The truth lies within her alibi.
You need to disprove Carmelina's alibi, investigator.
Yeah, no, they had nothing to do with the dreadful events of last night. I was a witness in the apartment night until we were summoned by Judge for the crisis meeting. That's true. The building logs confirm her entry time at 9 PM and her exit after 9.
Are you able to disprove it?
Witness stepped out onto his balcony for 5 minutes to take a look at the massacre. Carmelina was unaccounted for in those 5 minutes.
It takes more than 5 minutes to get to the council building, commit a crime, return, doesn't it? And the building logs would have registered her returning.
That's true. When Carmelina architected the island, she constructed a network of trans-dimensional corridors that allow us to move across the island in an instant. That is absolute nonsense. Let's look into Yuri's voice there.
Secret transdimensional corridor? Are you serious? Is the truth really hiding in these bizarre facts?
I found Carmelina's son in a hidden vault in the mountain. His name was Agate, and he gave me his key, which unlocks the corridors. From this vault, the corridors connect to Witness's apartment and the council. In the 5 minutes Witness was out on his balcony taking a call, Carmelina could use the corridor to get to the council building.
This is a shocking revelation. Can you prove it?
Starlight can verify my movements.
User LLD travel between the exits of those corridors in 0.021% of the time it would take on foot.
This is all a lie the investigator cooked up.
I have verified Starlight's data. Lady Loved Eyes is telling the truth. Why not create a corridor straight into the penthouse?
I don't believe you can make a corridor if you don't know the destination. Carmelina has never been to the penthouse, so she could make a corridor to it. There is a corridor leading from outside of the penthouse, back to Agate's vault. I believe he inherited his mother's power to make corridors, and escaped back to his room by making a corridor.
I never expected anything like this, Loved Eyes.
You and me both. Carmelina had a window of opportunity and used it to travel via her secret corridors, get to Agate, and deposit him at the council building. Carmelina went into isolation 25 years ago. Why? No one knows. She claimed it was to work on a new project, but no one in the syndicate ever saw who the result was. I think she had a child in secret.
Who's the father?
Unknown. No, you do know.
Sounds like a conspiracy. Architect Carmelina's alibi is broken.
I took Carmelina's pet killer through the seal. You took Agate through the seal. Alright, thanks. And the rest of the seals, I delivered the killer to the penthouse. Can you prove that? I'm going down anyway. The third seal of the bloodlocked Agate has council blood. How? Carmelina found out Isaac Iwami was Henry's father, got herself pregnant with him. She needed a killer with council blood to get through the third seal. I feel like we already knew that. Nonsense! Lies! She got herself a killer that could bypass the seal. And the fourth seal? You need to have godliness for that one. She took gold flesh from Crying Grudge and used it to dine on Agate. The barrier opened right up. I did no such thing. What happened after that? The kid was supposed to kill everyone and the second seal would leave him locked in the penthouse. I waited for him to finish. The council were just coming out of their meditation. They should have all gone down easily. Then I heard gunshots, and the kid came limping out and created some kind of magic portal in the wall and disappeared. You're suddenly cooperative? I've been played. Carmelina messed up, and now I'm going to get a bullet for it. If I'm going down, so she. What about Henry? Was he part of the plan? Of course. He was a scapegoat set up to look like a killing years ago. What about blood in Henry's stomach? After the kid disappeared, I went in to get blood from the council. I bottled it and made Henry drink it outside. It was supposed to be the perfect cover. I only grabbed a bit of blood, it was everywhere. I don't know what it was, but there was something weird in the shadows of that room.
Yuri has confessed and Henry's alibi is broken.
Anything to say, Carmelina? You snivelling little servants, I am trying to achieve perfection. I created Perfect 25. This is how you repay me. You all make me sick. You turn on each other as soon as it aids you. Did you create a child to kill the council? Don't dare to accuse me, you freak. I have nothing to say to you.
The court also finds Lydia guilty for her confessed involvement 2 days ago. Lady Love dies.
Yeah, wait, it's just the dropping the save. There's a lot of trial here. I suppose it is what the whole game's been. Sound like it can be saved, but it requires letting witness off the hook, which is not gonna happen.
Someone breached the third holy seal and took a step away from innocence towards crime. Please witness a meal of truth so that we may gorge on justice. Lady Love dies. What is the third seal?
Blood block is coded to council members. To get through it, you either need council blood in your body or a sample to trigger the lock.
Yuri has already given us a confession. He says he took Deinonigate through the seals. Yuri already has a death sentence for his part in the second seal. Deinonigate is already dead. Do you believe there is more going on here? Did someone else go through this seal?
Well, yeah, Lydia and Sam.
We have a confession Lydia and Sam breached the seals. Is that the whole truth? Or there's another truth lurk here?
Do we have evidence on anybody else going through that? But Yuri, we've got Deinonigate, we've got Lydia and Sam. I think that's everyone. That is the only truth. The bloodlock was bypassed with a sample of Capcom Memory's blood. Doom Jazz caught Sam snooping around his clinic. He discovered a sample of council blood had been taken. That blood was Capcom Memories. Sam has a secret whiskey distillery in the Dead Zone, a kind of medical refrigeration unit there. Inside was a blood vial with a scratched label. The only letter I can make out is K, presumably from Kafka. Capcom Memory logged into the bloodlock 2 days ago without the rest of the council. Sam managed to trick the bloodlock and breach the seal.
The truth is revealed. Do the thing. Sam is guilty. We already have a confession of guilt from Yuri. How does Sam and Lydia figure into this?
Sam and Lydia confessed that they didn't go through last night. They entered the penthouse several days ago.
You believe they are involved in the same plot?
No, I believe there are two competing conspiracies. Yeah.
Very well. The truth is revealed. Do the thing. Yuri and Deinonigate are guilty.
We know.
The truth is known.
I do love Deinonigate's outfit though. It's a very strong look. Drop save. Why not?
Getting
While
saved.
we're stopped at the service station of truth. The fourth holy seal.
The fourth holy seal lies deep within the dense fog of abstruse mysteries this island has to offer.
That's a good description.
Lady Love dies. What is the fourth holy seal?
It requires godliness to pass through it.
Godliness. How did the council pass through it?
Montserrat owned a piece of crying grudge's flesh and a pendant that would allow him to open the seal. This means that the council can only enter with Montserrat.
Yuri has already given us a confession. He says he took Deinonigate through the seals. Yuri already has a death sentence for his part in the second seal. Deinonigate is already dead. I believe that.
Yeah, yes, there is more because Sam went through there as well. Yes, someone else went through the seal.
We have a confession Lydia and Sam breached the seals.
I don't think there's anything else. Although we could get witness for the fact that he got the god flesh to do it in the first place. What truth to find?
Yuri has testified that Henry was set up as a scapegoat. Will this change your truth?
I want to see if I can do this.
because I want to shout at Witness, you know. I believe Witness is the one who went through the seal. That's not exactly it. Heresy!
Present your evidence.
I went to see Crying Grudge. He told me that Witness carved a lump of his flesh. I believe he went through the seal using that lump of flesh.
God was defiled. What is this heresy?
Crying Grudge has some stories to tell. His flesh was used to breach the fourth holy seal.
Unthinkable. Present your evidence.
Sam told me that the god flesh he had in his safe was being stored in the Witness, said it was for the good of the syndicate. Sam claims to not know what it was.
You blindly accepted God flesh, Mr. Daybreak.
Witness is a holy man, isn't he?
He has never been officially ordained.
His heart is holy. He works for our gods, doesn't he? He is an old friend, isn't he? You always help old friends, don't you?
Syndicate comes first. What about Witness's alibi?
Now tell me about the alibi for Witness at the end. Witness and Carmelina were in Witness's apartment last night. She arrived at about 9 and they stayed there until some crisis meeting. While in his apartment, Witness received a call from Akiko to report Henry's escape. The apartment logs confirm the story. Witness interrupted his conversation with Carmelina to use his phone at midnight.
How is that relevant?
That was the time when the council were murdered. I believe it's relevant later.
Do you have anything that contradicts his alibi?
Nothing. I don't believe he left his apartment last night.
Very well, his alibi is unbroken. You haven't been able to break Witness's alibi. You can't prove that he went through the seal.
Okay, yeah, no, I was never really trying for that. What if he went through it before the crime, to set up the crime?
Can't prove that either.
Yeah.
If you believe Witness is guilty of murdering the council, try to prove it in that trial, not this one.
Yuri, Danagate, and the Daybreaks. Okay, sure.
Bizarre truths, dangerous facts, the fear of mystery.
Court also finds Sam guilty. He has confessed involvement 2 days ago. Everyone's guilty!
Getting saved.
The mystery of the dead killer demon.
Lady Love dies. You have a case file about a killer demon inside the penthouse. The truths in play grow bizarre, like an old truth grows gnarled.
God, dropping into Judge's thing is surprisingly heavy on the throat.
A killer demon. What killer demon?
I found a dead killer demon inside the council penthouse. There aren't supposed to be any demons on the island.
A killer demon in the council penthouse. What was it doing there?
It has the blood of several council members on its claws. It was involved in the murder of the council. It appears that it burst out of a hidden security crate and attacked the council.
How did it die?
Montserrat shot it during the murder. There was a Fakada bullet that came from Montserrat's gun in the villain's head. Anything to do with your cargo, Lydia? Black security crate. Yeah. That's it. It really contained a killer demon? I have been drinking water. Don't tell me to drink water, chat. Yeah, you with your chat point hydrate thing. I just finished my water. Yes, you have lots of channel points, Emily. We get it. It really contained a killer demon? Looks like it. That makes Witness guilty. Working in the light of the gods makes me guilty of nothing. You need to prove any accusations in court.
He's right, Loved Eyes. The dark deduction of the dead demon's destruction,
Wow.
is for another case file. The truth about where it came from must be dredged from the swamp of mystery first.
I mean, it's Witness. It's a Witness. But if the question is what is it doing inside the penthouse, I mean... Okay, but the fact that it says Lydia and Sam have no link to it, then, I mean, it's witness. It just is.
The righteous man transgressed. Witness is the origin of the killer demon. Laughable. I am a holy man, not a sinner. I found the killer demon along with the demonic containment crate in the penthouse.
The demonic containment crate.
It's some kind of incarceration device that imprisons a demon with holy restraints. There are bindings and manacles covered in holy wards. These restrained the killer demon and kept it contained.
Why?
It was likely placed there ahead of time as a means to kill the council.
Present your evidence.
That's good, 'cause I've got a lot. There's a secret demonology lab hidden within the dead zone. The lock on it is coded to Witness's bloodline. That is an old panic room. I never used it for demonology. Someone has planted that evidence. That lab has the same crates as the one in the penthouse. During the extermination 10 years ago, Witness managed to capture a killer demon and contain it. A heretical accusation. How could I have done that? There's a tunnel running from Sam's bar to the dead zone. Witness has been seen using it to access the dead zone. Seen by who? A sinner that would besmirch the name of a holy man? Now I'm just forgetting how English works. Carmelina confessed to me that Witness maintained a secret demonology lab on the island in an abandoned bunker. Set them against each other. Lies, lies, lies. This is a persecution of the holy. Last night, at midnight, Witness made a phone call to an unknown number. That number matches the number on a receiver attached to the demonic containment crate inside the penthouse. The receiver was designed to open the crate when it received a call. This would let the killer demon out, presumably to attack the council. A ridiculous accusation. Why would I want to release a killer demon? Demons are abominations. Why don't I explain how the phone number you dialed matches the receiver? I can't explain a lie fabricated by a sinner.
Can you prove this accusation?
I verified the data by using Witness's personal phone and a comms tower. He made the call, and the receiver picked up, unlocking the demonic containment crate. Lies. We have the testimony of Lydia and Sam. People who face the death sentence have nothing to lose. They can say whatever they want. There is no consequence when you stand over the precipice of execution.
He's right, investigator.
Yeah, but the phone records are pretty solid.
I have tea. Grain. Rumination. Stab. Truth proves. Witness. Guilty.
Yeah.
You have overseen so many wonderful islands. Why turn your back on us now?
Such is the burden of a martyr. You may think of me as a sinner, but I work for a holy purpose. You have all strayed from the path, and the gods weep. I hope they weep for you as well.
What was the play here?
The killer demon was placed in the penthouse as a remote weapon. The security crate was hidden in the room. When the killer demon was released, it attacked everyone in the room on sight.
That sounds risky.
I don't know if it was meant to kill all of the council. Just the presence of the killer demon would be enough to scare the council.
A dreadful truth.
Yes, I can witness. Drop a save. We must be nearly through all the case files by now.
Getting saved.
Yeah, the crime to end all crimes, which will presumably end this trial.
The crime to end all crimes. The murder in the night. The paradise killer.
There's the title roll credits.
Who killed the council? The truth has aged like a fine whiskey. How does the whiskey on this island taste? Pour us a glass of truth so that we may sip upon a vintage blend of justice.
Judge.
I want to know who held the knife. If a killer was set up by a mastermind, we will deal with that later. I want to know who gripped a knife of murder in their palm of guilt.
Okay, there you're not even doing a metaphor, Judge. It is literally just a knife in a hand. The tea of justice is just... the whiskey of justice is just gone. Sure.
Yuri has testified that Henry was set up as a scapegoat for this change of truth. Show us the ultimate truth.
I mean, it's Dino Nagate. Because it's Dino Nagate. Dino Nagate is the Paradise Killer.
Present your evidence.
Before he killed himself, Dino Nagate told me he killed the council. He was given this mission by his mother, Carmelina. She engineered a killer. His room was bare besides knife combat training equipment. These trials are over. This is a big lie. No, it isn't. Dino Nagate confessed everything.
Evidence.
I found a knife covered in the council's blood on Dino Nagate's corpse. Pretty open and shut. If he didn't kill the council, the only way he could have got that knife is if someone had taken it to the penthouse and splashed blood on it before taking it to him. That is extremely unlikely. Dino Nagate's blood is at the scene. He was shot by Montserrat and left blood splatter in the penthouse. This proves that he got through the seals.
Leader Montserrat shot him.
Presumably in self-defense, Dino Nagate attacked as the council's meditation finished. Montserrat was attacked, but as he fired his gun, leaving Dino Nagate. Montserrat was growing paranoid. One of the manifestations of this seems to be carrying a weapon. Feel bad for Dino Nagate? Absolutely, yeah, he was created and trained for 25 years just as a living weapon by abusive parents. Yeah, absolutely. I believe Leader Montserrat was the most awake, while the others were still coming round from the meditation. Dino Nagate got to him, but as he attacked, Montserrat shot. Dino Nagate fled after the bullet went through him. Dino Nagate fled, bleeding. His blood is outside the penthouse. He created a transdimensional corridor and escaped back to his lair, where I found him. He had to have gone through the seals to get into the penthouse. Dino Nagate inherited his mother's power to create corridors. He's sloppy, but he can do it. He stumbled out of the penthouse and created a corridor to escape with. He was bleeding badly, and his blood trail shows his route home. The typos in this get me a little bit sometimes, but I believe you need to know the start and end points of a corridor when you create one. Carmelina couldn't create a corridor to the penthouse because the interior of the council building is a closely guarded secret. I don't think Carmelina knew Dino Nagate could create corridors. He was supposed to die in the locked room at the end of the island. Her plan was solid, except for two wildcards, Dino Nagate's ability and my return from exile. We know he breached the fourth holy seal. I'm fairly certain he didn't just turn around and go home after making it to the entrance to the penthouse. I have that. Ruminate, Steve, examine. Sword of justice, heart of blood, truth applies, whatever.
Secret killer is the truth. A truth is revealed, truth is known, and truth proves Dino Nagate guilty.
Yeah, that one was pretty open and shut. But now to actually unpick the conspiracies.
The tendrils of conspiracy snake around us. Starlight has a case file that will help us chop back the tendrils and expose the truth hiding within. Review the evidence, investigator.
Uncover your truth. Review the evidence and proceed to speak with judge. So, our evidence. Dino Nagate's father was Aiz Kiwami, which gave Carmelina the idea. Yuri took Dino Nagate through the seals. Carmelina went through the corridors. Dino Nagate's her son. Yuri went through the second seal by taking KHX's key. Carmelina killed Gray's bloodlines. Yuri did the possession thing. Carmelina recruited Yuri to retrieve Enchanted Blue. The official version of things is a lie. Akiko helped the escape. Akiko was by Carmelina for inducting the marshals. And this situation was fake. Cool. I know these things. Reveal the conspiracy! Do it! Shia LaBeouf, just do it!
Can you explain this conspiracy? Can you refine a truth from the ore of crime?
I believe that Carmelina initiated a conspiracy to kill the council last night. She created Perfect 25 and wanted to make sure it was hers. Carmelina is being punished for her father's crimes. The Silence family were barred from ever being on the council as part of the plan. Crimson told me that Carmelina had put in a number of motions to join the council that have all been denied. She's a genius architect that's helped the Syndicate birth a potentially perfect island. Does she feel she deserves a seat on the council? She knows the 25th island will be perfect. Is she worried she won't get credit for it? Witness testified that he's worried that Carmelina has changed. Maybe she expects more reward for her graft. Carmelina had a secret child, Danagate. She kept him hidden in transdimensional corridors that she built with her skills as the architect. Danagate's father was Isaac Nwami. The council blood from his father would allow Danagate to breach the bloodlock of the Third Holy Seal. Carmelina presumably learned that Henry had been fathered illegitimately by Eyes and been kept a secret. That meant she could get a secret child. Well, I'm not totally sure that's how it works, but sure. When I found Danagate, he told me his mission had been to kill the council. He had a knife slick with the blood of council members. He completed his mission. Danagate would birth a new syndicate, dying for Carmelina's sins. Carmelina took a lump of flesh from the god-crying grudge to get through the fourth seal. She fused this to Danagate's body. Yuri said he took Danagate through the seals. Yuri confessed to being recruited by Carmelina. Just listing all of it, Yuri is guilty of going through the second seal. Yuri got the key to the second seal from KHX under orders from Carmelina. I believe Yuri helped Henry obtain forbidden books on demonology. If Henry became possessed by a demon, it would initiate the end of the island and allow Carmelina's plan to come into play. Henry's possession called for an exorcism. Carmelina wanted Henry to kill Gray's bloodlines to give him a prior history of murder. When he didn't step up, Carmelina intervened and killed Grace herself. A demonically possessed citizen would be the perfect tool. Carmelina recruited Akiko into her plan. Akiko aided her by purposefully leaving Henry alone with Grace. Akiko faked Henry's escape, putting a possible killer into play. Akiko knew the first Seal Marshal would be killed and switched them to protect her beloved Marshals. Carmelina's plan was achieved by using her transdimensional corridors. Her alibi looked perfect, but she knew Witness would leave the room when he got a call. She knew Akiko would call at the right time, and use that opportunity to slip out of Witness' apartment, get to Nanagate, and deliver her killer to the council building.
Do you have anything to say, Architect?
You people would have nothing if it weren't for me. All these islands that you drifted along on, all your tragic little lives, all given to you by me. I facilitate the syndicate, I craft your homes. I have never been rewarded for my work, never been on the council, always lived off to the side. Not even Perfect 25 got me the recognition I deserve. I don't expect the world, just some kind of reward to show what he did was worth it. Was this? It would have been. You shouldn't have been called down. I'd crafted a perfect lie. How did you know you'd be made leader during the crisis? That's the irony. I didn't. I didn't expect Justice Incarnate to reverse the law and make me leader. So, what was the play on the next island? When the chips are down, every one of the syndicate is a coward and a sycophant. You all want your little bits of power, and for your little lives to carry on ticking by. The next council would be scared, all seniority would be gone, and I would be the one that had crafted Perfect 25. I would make sure I had the throne. My father was a victim, but treated like a criminal. He was executed by a coward. You people never appreciate what others do for you. The Grand Marshal will give you a loyal army to make sure of it. It feels like something Eris would do. Yeah, wow. The plan failed. The truth is known. You arrogantly believed everyone would believe Henry, a citizen, was capable of breaching the Holy Seals and murdering the Council.
Big Eris energy. Yeah, 100%.
Justice is immune to arrogance.
A hideous, heinous truth. A vile truth. Architect, you have been found guilty of conspiring to kill the Council. Your punishment is death.
Everyone's punishment is death.
Carmelina has been convicted for the crime of Carmelina's conspiracy. I mean, the clue was in the title.
The Onyxian claws of
Conspiracy teareth the flesh of this island.
I can feel the dreadful shadow of this conspiracy looming over us. Can you explain this conspiracy? Review the evidence.
So this witnesses conspiracy. There's a demon, and he texted the demon to kill everyone, and he had a tunnel to get to the dead zone, and he had the god. He gave Sam the god flesh to cry and grudge, and Sam used the blood to get through the seal to plant the demon, and Lydia and Sam were in the conspiracy. Cool, done.
I believe that Witness initiated a conspiracy to kill the Council last night. Witness has become a fanatic. He's radicalized himself, a devoted servant of the gods. He believes the Syndicate has strayed from the Holy Mission, and I believe he wanted to put the fear of the gods in us. Montserrat was devolving into paranoia and was becoming a dictator. Witness has repeatedly voiced his opposition to Montserrat's plans for the next island. Witness took matters into his own hands. Carmelina told me about Witness becoming rebellious against Montserrat's plans. Witness openly rejected Montserrat's plans to wipe certain events from history and tighten his grip over Syndicate members. Witness has become obsessed with the idea of a cleansing tide of demons. Like the ancient Great Flood, he wants the Syndicate to be forced to start again. The key to Witness's plan was planting a killer demon inside the Council penthouse. That demon would kill the Council and he'd get away with it. Witness made a call at midnight to a demonic containment crate that had been hidden in the penthouse, unlocking it remotely and allowing it to start its attack. Witness had been experimenting in demonology in a secret bunker within the dead zone. He imprisoned the killer demon and later weaponized it. Sam has a secret tunnel running from his bar to the dead zone. Witness used that to subvert the security of the dead zone and get in. Witness recruited Lydia and Sam into his conspiracy by promising to let them leave the Syndicate for the next island. 2 ex-assassins are perfect tools.
2 ex-assassins, so for X.
Witness got the demon containment crate into the Council building by using Lydia. She rappelled down from the roof of the penthouse and took it through the maintenance room. Sam went through the 3rd seal using the blood of Kafka memory 7 days before the crime. For the 4th seal, Witness took Godflesh from Crying Grudge to bypass the barrier. Sam has the Godflesh in his bar. He presumably used it to get through the 4th seal. Lydia and Sam worked together to get the demonic crate through the seals and into the penthouse a few days before the murder. The plan isn't foolproof. There were too many variables. Pinning your hopes on a wild killer demon and believing it wouldn't be traced back to you was foolish. No doubt the intention was a scare tactic more than anything else. Put the fear of the gods into the Council to enact change. You used the killer demon as the messenger of angry gods to reshape the Syndicate. The plan didn't have to be perfect to get what you wanted. All you needed was a catalyst for change.
On a day of horrible truths, this is one of the worst. Why, Witness?
I am surrounded by sin and heresy. You are all focused on the islands and your own little ambitions. What about the gods? What about our holy mission? All but one of the pyramids sit empty, and we have existed for millennia. We are an embarrassment to the gods. The Syndicate needed rebuilding. And you would be the one to do it. The who is irrelevant. More important is why. How? Re-establish the priority in our faith. Resume our holy mission. Bathe in the radiance of our gods. I must die a martyr. I tried. I really tried to do the work of our astral lords. I wasn't enough though. The sin on this island was too great. I hope heaven is everything you want it to be.
Witness to the end. You are found guilty of conspiring to kill the Council. The punishment is death.
Yeah.
parlor of justice has played host to the truth as the investigator. Were the truths as expected? Did esoteric knowledge reveal the truth, or did it remain hidden in mystery? I think that the investigator will become executioner, and will execute justice.
Daddle-a-dun-dun-dun-dun, kill people, daddle-a-dun-dun-dun, death penalty.
Grand Marshal Act Code 14. The verdict is... execute.
What? Wow.
Architect Carmelina. The verdict is... execute.
My dude, I swear you could use fewer than 4 bullets for people.
Crimson Acid. The verdict is...
You were entirely uninvolved.
Dr. Doom Jazz. The verdict is... the accused, Henry Division. The verdict is...
Yeah. I mean, you did kill your mother 10 years ago, but that's not under investigation.
the fairy woman, Lydia Daybreak. The verdict is...
I'm sorry, Lydia. I'm sad now. Release might be a bit much, given that they would never... Yeah.
Sam Daybreak. The verdict is...
I liked Sam and Lydia. They just got caught up in these conspiracies.
Witness to the end.
There we go. This is the one I actually want to shoot.
The verdict is...
Get wrecked is the verdict. Died as he lived, going... What if we didn't pull a Britain and use execution for all crimes? What? I think referring to that as doing a Britain is a bit much, but sure.
Secretary Yuri Knight. The verdict is...
Guilty of many things. Get shot a lot. How's that perfect body from Enchanted Blue doing you now, nerd?
The Unforgiving Spectre. One Last Kiss.
Okay, yeah, classically Britain has done that a lot, yeah.
The verdict is...
You're a ghost, what are we gonna do to you?
The Hidden Killer, Danonigate.
Is already dead. Yes, we have in the past definitely hanged children for doing just child shit, yeah. That's a thing. That's some nice... this country has many problems.
The verdict is...
You're already dead.
The Bizarre Killer Demon, also already dead. The verdict is...
I guess? We will release this dead demon who totally did kill a bunch of people, but was never convicted of it because of, like, it's all part of a conspiracy by other people. I guess? Yeah, I think that's a noise I've never heard me make either. That happened.
You have proven that Henry had nothing to do with the crime to undo crimes,
You think?
It was nothing more than a pawn in a dreadful game of murder and secrecy. You have earned the title of Grand Investigator.
I didn't know there was a title on the line. Would have done this harder.
Your weapon is unlocked. On the next island, you will reform the Paradise Cycle Unit. Island 24 is about to die. Island 25 waits for us. What kind of island will it be? Are you happy with your truth? Did you get the convictions you wanted?
Yeah, but also Lydia and Sam. But it was true.
You entered into a battle with the facts, the truth, and the suspects. Did you emerge victorious? This courtroom could only allow so many truths to emerge from their hiding places. Are there more to hunt?
Maybe. I kept finding stuff. There was a dog. Yeah. Yeah, that's the correct answer is happy.
If you believe that things are not as they seem, there is still a way to punish the guilty. Grand Investigator Lady Love dies, I will leave you to execute justice to your discretion. Punish those that you deem guilty. Execution or exile are viable punishments. You may also let them go free. Please work for the best interests of Perfect 25.
Thank you, Judge. Posing with the gun. It will be my honor to execute justice.
When you are ready to wave goodbye to Island 24, do so from the rearview mirror in Lydia's car. The car will take you through the Paradise Gates and to Perfect 25. Use it at your discretion. Those of you which have not been found guilty of destroying Paradise may leave. Wrap up your business before we move to Perfect 25. A marshal shall take Henry back to his cell. Marshal will clear away the executors. They will not be remembered. They will not be honoured.
And skip to the Way of Blood Bar. She completed the job. Is there more to do? The investigator always trusted her heart. She would decide if Paradise had been saved. We're on Perfect 25, so it must have been saved. Saved and binary state. Solving a crime as we the world is fixed. That's scary. It is. I hope she knew what she was doing. I'm sure she did. This is Lady Love Dies we're talking about. Case file closed. The truth has been found. I am a boss. Anything to say, Judge?
Paradise is indebted to you. No matter what truth you made, you believed in Paradise. I hope that we will never have to work together again. I hope that crime can be eradicated. Paradise can be perfect.
That is an unrealistic dream. Crime infects every society.
You are right. The Syndicate's way of governing is flawed. Always will be. I look forward to working with you again. Truth will always need an investigator in charge. When you have finished executing justice, please move to the next island.
So now, what, I'm free to just go to the island and execute or exile people at my discretion, which is a whole thing. But I think we're good. I don't think any more justice needs to be served. I think we can just leave. Partly because I feel we have done our job well, and partly because it's quarter to 6. So I should, finish the stream. Why didn't I run that? The car is that way. Get out here. Use this planter. Parkour. There's the apartment. Car is that way. I do kind of want to go and talk with people, but they're all over the place. It would take a while. And, like I say, it's just really late. Tell you what, just in case I want to play around here later,
What? No, I think that jumped to the wrong
Getting
save slot.
saved.
Oh no, no, cool. It's just the cursor jumped. Thought I'd accidentally paved over with free trial save. Car is just another car always in. Why do I keep checking? And I only just realised Lydia can't drive it. Because we shot her a bunch. Apologies for keeping you late. With Lydia gone, I guess I need to drive out of here. Is it time to go? Yeah, it is. Time to get out of here. Closing island sequence 24 applications. Ready for island sequence 25. Perfect 25 awaits. New island, new council, syndicate. Changed forever. Facts, truth, facts. Paradise needed saving. Was it worth it? Was it saved? Was it paradise? Is really the question that should be asked, I feel. I breathed life back into paradise. Time for Perfect 25. I'm going to miss Love Dies. I was wondering if we'd hear from Shinji. We could have had something special. Nothing brings people together like the impending obliteration of a pocket reality. Still, at least the case of the Paradise Killer got her out of exile. I wonder if her truths were right. I guess I'll never know. I hope Perfect 25 was worth it. Obviously, I hope they all die in a fire, and for their sakes, I hope they enjoy it. I've only known humans for a short amount of time, but they all seem to be idiots that only work for themselves. I'm sure they'll fuck it up nicely. Anyway, time to watch reality die. And that's the end. Okay. Well now. That's Paradise Killer, I guess. That was deeply strange. But then, I do really enjoy a murder mystery. Yes, that was indeed a ride, you are correct. Credit to all these people. This music deserves full credit because it's great, and I will be getting the soundtrack now that I've finished it. Ooh, this vocal version. Really reminds me of a song, but I can't think what. I'll pull it out at some point. Character voices. No credit to these right now because I did that to a wildly varying level of quality. But no, I really enjoyed it. I like a murder mystery. I've been reading and watching and listening to them for my entire life, and that, like, close circle mysteries like this, because they've got such a small cast, really live and die on the strength of the cast. And those were some really good characters and some really good character designs. And I'm really quite sad that I had to execute a bunch of them. And they've spoken originals wrong in the credits, and that's a little bit embarrassing. Bear-chan, who exists in the game. But yes, I really enjoyed it. What else is there to say? Yeah, I'm a big fan of kind of alternative theology and stuff, so I really loved all the kind. I like new weird fiction in general, and that really had that. And Vaporwave is not an aesthetic that you see used in a lot of games. Oh, this is some nice art. Thank us for playing. Thank all of you for watching. Thank you, Kaiser Gameworks, and everyone mentioned in that credits, for making it. Thank you to all the voice actors who I just said no credit to a second ago, because you, I'm sure, did the job better than me. I just elected not to listen. Get that sweet sax. I thought there might be a post-credit scene.
That's how it ended. A weird turn of events. Strangest paradise yet. Is this paradise safe? Of course it isn't. This is the syndicate we're talking about. But we need her again. We always will. She's the only one who can save paradise.
Oh. Why would you end it on that? Now I just ended with, by the way, you loved these people and you shot them a bunch, feel bad. Wow. Thanks, game. Right. So, we're nearly an hour over and I didn't take a break. My throat hurts. But I guess we're done. This has been Paradise Killer. Time for a wrap-up. First of all, thank you so much for everyone who's watching, everyone who's stuck around to the end. It means a lot. Thank you to Kaizen Gameworks for making this game. Thank you to Eli for gifting me this game. And I see why you did. Yes. If you've watched this, you know where to find me. But just in case, this is twitch.tv/Serasent, SERASENT. You'll see it on the title cards in a minute. I'm streaming every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 o'clock GMT. That's 9 AM Eastern Pacific. Nominally until 5 o'clock, but occasionally I run massively over because I have more self-control. And yes, I will next time, so Thursday, I will be playing a different game. Am I telling you what that game is now? No. Keep you in suspense there. If you've missed anything, the VODs the last couple of months are still on my Twitch. For everything else, you can go to my stream archive YouTube, also Serasent. Everything back to the start of the channel is up there, which is currently Mass Effect Trilogy. None of Paradise Killer has gone up yet as I record this because poor time management, basically. I say basically, that's the entire story. But yes, so Serasent on Twitch, Serasent on YouTube. If you like what you've seen, you can follow, go for some follow on Twitch, or subscribe on YouTube to be notified when I've got new content up. If you think me trying to pronounce Romanian is somehow worth your money, you can, of course, subscribe and share on Twitch, but, of course, no actual need to. Just come and hang out. It's all chill vibes here. I just love having people here. Yes. If you need any updates on the stream, on the state of the internet, or whatever I'm swearing about recently, check me out on Twitter at Waruse, WARUCE. I think that's everything. I actually remembered everything in the wrap-up. Yeah. This is where the chat tell me I forgot something. But yes, tune in again, same time, Thursday, for something new. Oh yes, that's the other thing. I knew I remembered it before chat told me. If you want to see... yes, it's it. Chat lag, it's just come up. Yes, if you want to see me in other things, where I am not talking Romanian, and not that I was talking Romanian in this, really, you can see me on Saturday nights at twitch.tv/TheBards Playhouse, TheBardsPlayhouse. It's the same stream as before, but the URL has changed because they've rebranded, where I am in a Vampire Masquerade 5th edition Fall of London Chronicle. It's a lot of fun. I haven't killed anyone yet, but I might. Yes. And I've rolled really, really badly. As is usually the way when I play an RPG. Okay, that is actually everything this time, and if chat wants to tell me anything, they won't have time to because I am about to end the stream. Okay, so I will see you all on Thursday. I love you all, and goodbye.